Good morning, everybody. Welcome back. 10 minutes after 7 and go.
Hi.
Hey.
Boom.
It works.
Goes the dynamite.
Yay, us.
Look at us.
Yeah, I tested it earlier with Dave because we were talking about that whole vandalism statue thing, which I already talked about. But yeah, so it works, and we're back in full force. Look at us.
Yeah.
Doing an actual show.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Show team assemble.
Here we are.
Prototype. Space team.
Space Force.
That's
We're
right.
the Space Force. Space Force. All I think is Spaceballs.
Yeah.
I want to sign up for Space Force. I've not seen any opportunity to do so.
I haven't either, you know. I don't know. There's no sign-up sheet, let alone an application yet.
No, we have
at
sign-up
this.
sheets for everything in this building, but not one for Space Force.
No.
Anybody want to go to the baseball game? Sign-up sheet. Anybody want to do this? Sign-up sheet.
Yeah.
Not one for Space Force.
No, not yet.
How do we sign up for... Oh, Trump hasn't signed a Space Force into being yet.
Damn it.
Well, he's got a couple of beings very interested in it.
Look at us.
Yeah.
Look at us.
I know, we would
Ready.
be perfect for it.
I'm ready to go.
I know how to make buns.
My
Hair
With my
buns.
hair.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah.
I mean, I could probably make some cinnamon buns, too.
Okay,
I
that'd
think
be good.
Space Force, the very foundation is cinnamon buns.
Yeah, you could be
It's a long trip to space.
bun woman.
Yes. Bun woman.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Your superpower.
By the way, Buns Force is actually another movie I've seen before. It's like Spaceballs, but with no clothes.
Oh, interesting. I'm sure the plot is very similar.
Well,
you're
you
looking
can't
for a
watch
copy.
two without one.
That's right.
Yeah, you'll
but
be lost.
as I well know because I borrowed it from him, you have to see it on VHS, no
Yeah.
longer on DVD. So,
No, I went right back to beta.
Yeah.
I saw a meme the other day, and it had like 8 VHS tapes laid out, you know, like the kind you would record on. And it said, VHS roulette. Could be a birthday party, could be porn. You don't even know. You just throw it in and see what happens.
Well, that's the other night. It's funny you said that. I was watching the 40-Year-Old Virgin. He brings to Andy that big box of porn.
Yes.
And he's like, you know, this and this and this, and then he was like, "Well, this is Everybody Loves Raymond." That's not porn. That's just a good show. I just really like that show.
Yeah, and I hated those days too because when all your video collection relied on that, and then you'd borrow, you know, my father would borrow tapes from me, you know, and they came back, and it's like right in the middle of the best scene in the movie, like Bob Schieffer comes on and reads half of a story about like welfare, and it goes on. It's
you
like,
got to break the tabs out, Dave. You got to bust the tabs out.
Dad, just hit the right button. Don't hit the record button.
My dad was famous for record. Like he would try to record something.
Yeah.
That may have only been a 2-hour. Movie he wanted to watch, which of course came along with commercials because if you were
Sure.
watching like on TBS, I mean there weren't that many channels when my dad was alive, so it would be I would end up getting 5 innings of Braves baseball starting at 6:05 because he wanted to watch Hondo, you know. So you know, and it's like he tried the corner and missed strike 3. You know, it's like, oh my god, what are you doing? Like, I was gonna record pro wrestling at 8:50.
And I think it's a rite of passage that every man post the age 50 has to have the complete John Wayne collection, you know?
Oh yeah, if we didn't have Hondo, Commando, or Rambo immediately available, the old man lost his mind. He lost his mind.
I will say a mystery has been solved. The question, how many licks to get to the center of a Tootsie Pop?
I would never I would not even start to venture because I'm a biter.
Really?
I am. I don't have patience for that. I want to get to that chocolatey deal, whatever you want to say, whatever the hell. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, that's it.
At Tootsie Roll Center.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you wanna get to that
chocolate.
So you were like the owl. 1, 2, 3.
That's right.
Yeah.
So I'm basically starving most of
Well, I actually have how many licks it takes. Would
How
you
many?
like to guess?
Sure. More than
think,
5.
I think this is ridiculous. All of this is erroneous on all counts.
Yeah.
Why?
Because tongues are different.
Tongues are different.
Yep.
Okay, we're going with an average.
I don't want just an average tongue.
Are you... Okay. I'm sure that you can find a non-average tongue out there.
My
I tell
fingers
ya.
have been crossed for now 41 years.
Yes. Keep,
had a
keep
nickel
holding.
for every time I said that.
Yeah.
By the way, before we answer this question, speaking of 41 years, I just want to throw this at you.
Yeah.
The 41st birthday
Yeah.
is dumb. It's dumb. Like, there's nothing about it. Like, yesterday, you know what I
Yeah.
did? I came in here, and then I worked all day. I went home.
Yep.
I had pizza. I bought myself 4 cupcakes, ate 2 of them. That was it. That's your 41st birthday. So if you are nearing it, it sucks. Don't do it. My mother called me last night, and she was like, what did you get for your birthday? And I said, my prescriptions. There's nothing about it. It sucks. It sucks. It's
Why
the
do you think
worst
I've been
birthday.
29 for years? I'm
It's
holding, buddy.
So dumb.
Yeah, but you had all those extra surprises yesterday, like, the microphone's not working,
No
the air
AC.
conditioner going down.
2 fried mics, and it's 90 degrees in here.
Yeah.
And now, you know what?
2 fried mics and an AC.
Yeah, 2 fried mics, an AC, and I went to get my prescriptions, and they're like, has your insurance updated? I was like, why? Because I'm 41? They're like, no, just because it rolled over.
Jeez.
I was like, you know what?
Touchy,
Screw
already.
you, buddy.
I was coming off a 90-degree hello.
Your tie's stupid.
Yeah.
Happy birthday. So yeah, if you're approaching an age where it doesn't really matter, you could nothing will matter, I guess, now until I'm 50, because 41
It's
was
true.
like 40 I did not 40 I did exactly this, what we're doing.
Yeah.
Well,
and
but
then I worked.
45, you're halfway to 50. So that's where,
Well, you see, that's
or at least between the 40 and 50. So
I
you're
remember-
halfway to that next milestone.
Yeah, I remember my 45 debate. Am I old? Am I middle-aged? Am I old? Am I middle-aged? I decided it was middle-aged still.
Okay, buddy.
Yeah.
I mean, I got 4 years to look forward to that internal debate, which obviously you've not solved and has
No,
left
I
you
have not.
emotionally scarred.
No, look at me. I'm 74. I'm still middle-aged.
Yeah.
You know,
You're
I-
fine.
yeah, I'm
You're doing great.
Yeah,
But I
feel
just,
good.
I just couldn't. I help but throw that in there. Yeah, did you get anything for your birthday? Prescriptions. I got my prescriptions. That's it.
Which is great because I can't get mine till payday. So congratulations, you're
Well,
winning.
Mine are only $8.30.
That's
Which
right.
I probably got a senior citizen discount because I'm old.
How about this? While we're on the prescription debate,
Yeah.
and I shouldn't complain because I know that there are a lot of older people that are on Medicare,
Yeah, it is
and
tough.
and so they have a lot of prescriptions that cost a lot of money, and it's hard to afford them. But I was on a 50 milligram. I don't even know what it was called.
Yeah.
50 milligram antibiotic. Okay. So I was taking it twice a day. Well, then my doctor was like, look, we're just going to upgrade you to the 100 milligram.
Yeah.
And you just take it once a day. And then you have to take it, right? And I was like, okay. My 50 milligram, which according to my doctor used to be on the $4 prescription list, no longer on there. It cost me about $65
Whoa.
for a month. Yeah. Oh, yeah. $65 a month.
You'd
By
think
the way,
it'd be
the-
going in the other direction because, you've crossed that 4-0 plateau.
I know. You would think.
The $4 prescription list is kind of like the value meal at McDonald's.
It is.
It's, I'll take anything on the $4 prescription list.
Yeah,
I
just
don't
give me
know-
something
The
that-
label doesn't even have instructions. It just says dope.
Yeah,
It's just in black and white, like the old generic cereal bags.
Yeah, or
Dope.
RX.
RX.
That's all it says. So she's like, oh, we're gonna upgrade you to 100
Yeah.
milligram. All right, great. So I go in to get my prescription, and the pharmacist says, "Ma'am, do you understand how much this new prescription is?" And I said, "No."
Yeah.
How much? $470.
Oh, my
God.
Sam.
I said, you know what? Or no, I'm sorry. I was on the 100 milligram. They were taking me to the 50 because I said, you know what? Keep giving me the 100 and I'll just split them in half.
Oh, yeah.
That's which way it went. But I was like, are you kidding me? Okay, so back to the mystery at hand.
All right.
You guys going to take a guess on this?
Oh, and how many licks?
How many licks does it take to reach the center of a Tootsie Pop?
I have no experience in this. I'm going to say 132.
I'm going to go. I'm going to go higher. Nah, I'll go lower. I'll say 99.
Actually, Dave, you were pretty close.
Really?
142.18.
I don't have an average tongue.
The .18.
That's what it is.
That's why you need the special tongue for the .18.
Yeah.
Absolutely, yeah.
Brendan says 2 fried mics and a dead AC kind of sounds like a Beastie Boys song. It does.
It was.
And Travis says, I'm 29 with a few years experience, and one of my prescriptions is $764 a month.
Yeah.
I could say something towards that. Lord.
Yeah.
That's about it.
Seriously,
Whoa.
you know what? I'm coming, Elizabeth,
Yes,
because
that's
I ain't
exactly it.
paying a whole paycheck just to get a prescription. I don't care
That's
what it is.
crazy.
And since we're dabbling in AARP land, I'm going to drop the bomb on
Speak
her.
for yourself.
What's your credit?
You got a Finger Hut catalog.
That's exactly what your
All
credit
right,
line. What's your
fine.
credit line?
$600.
That means they think you're going to live sort of long,
Right?
but not really.
long enough.
Yesterday, I go to my mailbox. There's a big thing in there with it looks like it's the same colors as the postal system and stuff, and it says express delivery.
Ooh, that's
Now,
important
if
stuff.
if it's express delivery, it's not in the mailbox. If it's
No.
legit, it's express delivery. But I pulled it out. It was all wrapped up. Opened up the far end of the flap, and out falls a Finger Hut catalog.
Oh, no! You got,
Welcome to the Finger Hut family.
David McClung, you've got a $700.
you got fingered right in the mailbox, buddy.
$700.
I'm going to go get a twice price stereo system.
Damn, you could get
Make
one more
monthly payments.
comforter than I can.
Yeah, $700 the F Hut.
Wait, okay, so
Going to lay $700.
that means mine may be
Oh yeah.
on its way
Yeah.
because
Oh yeah. Oh. my
Alex hit the
friend.
big 4-1, and she got. We could get matching comforters. That
Oh,
would be
sure.
nice.
Oh,
yeah.
we could.
For the
We could-
whole show. As a
Wait,
matter
what-
of fact, we could even get a guest comforter for a guest.
Wow,
Aw.
what was? How much did you get? I got guess money,
$700.
He's got $700 credit.
That's right.
and you got 6.
Yeah. So the question is, are you going to get 5 or the
8.
same at one of us?
Well, let's see. I mean, how we could play credit rating roulette. That seems like something 40
Oh,
plus
Lord.
do. Credit rating roulette. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I might be sporting 750, 800. I don't want to brag.
You're probably doing better than I am.
I don't want to brag. Just
As long
saying.
as they ignore that whole school loan incident.
They did not.
Bastards.
They definitely did
How
not.
could they?
Yeah.
What I would like to know if Finger Hut will take that $600 credit and put it towards my school loans.
Listen, you don't tell me what's in it because that's my weekend.
I want to surprise you.
I'm getting me a Yingling and I'm sitting down and I'm going page by page. I got $700 in the F Hut account.
I feel like he's going to buy $700 worth of lingerie.
Yeah, yeah.
Lingerie.
Yeah.
I might get monogram cat bowls or something,
Oh, that would be nice.
That's the Harriet Carter, not Finger
yeah.
Hut.
I told you last year I wanted to do a Harriet Carter Christmas.
My mom, trust me, my mom does it every Christmas.
I think it's awesome.
Yeah.
Harriet Carter has got some amazing things. In fact, I bet they have.
Is this like Finger Hut for old women?
Oh, this
Wait,
is this
you've
is,
never seen her Harriet Carter stuff?
This is
if it's
the
clothing, why
No,
should I?
It's the supreme junk of junk.
Oh, okay.
Listen, I wouldn't call it junk. I
know
would
you
call
wouldn't, but the rest of us would.
I would say, oh,
If your grandmother buys stuff out of it, it's junk.
Yeah.
see, look, egg sitter support cushion for hours of comfortable sitting.
Did you say sitting?
Sitting.
Sitting.
Sitting. I said sitting. Here is
Oh, that's good with
a mobility step in case your step's too high.
You need that.
The Wonder Bible.
The
If you
Wonder
buy
Bi-
one, you get 2.
Does it read to you?
No.
You open it up into the seas part? Is it that wonderful?
Yeah, no, it's like a handheld. It's almost like, remember when you were like in Spanish class or whatever, and you had like a handheld translator? That's what it looks like.
Oh, so
you
it's a
type in,
Pictionary, but with Bible verses.
and it does read to you. It reads the Bible to you.
I tell you, I had the scariest experience in the world. Like my ex-mother-in-law, she had like the
God rest her soul.
She had like the Living Bible with Charlton Heston narrating it, and she left it on in the basement. And I was down there with the kids, and I kept hearing, "And the Lord's wrath will be," and I'm going, "Where's that coming from?"
God?
and yeah,
that you?
because Charlton Heston sounded like God. You're going to imagine.
If you could picture God, I bet he does sound like Charlton Heston.
And the seas open. I mean, where is this coming from?
By the
You
way,
hear that, kids?
Atone, McClung, atone.
they have a hammer toe crutch.
Excuse me? Hammer toe.
You know what a hammer toe is? Don't worry, you're 41. You'll get one eventually.
It's not what I thought it was.
Not to be confused with the Saudi Arabian animal.
Yeah, not the camel.
Good. Okay. Thank you for clearing that
The
up.
camel.
I wasn't sure.
So the hammer toe crutch, your second toe, right? So I guess your index toe,
Yeah,
if you
okay.
will.
Sounds like something Hulk Hogan would lay on somebody.
And let me tell you, brother, the hammer toe is going to run wild on you.
Sometimes as you get older, the index toe gets scrunched up. It's called a hammer toe. Well, this thing will straighten out your hammer toe. It's a hammer toe crutch. Look at that thing.
It's a claw hammer. That's what it is.
And have you heard of these egglets?
No.
These things, it's basically like a little Tupperware piece, and you break an egg into it, and then you put it in the microwave. It turns it into a hard-boiled egg. For people who are too lazy to boil water.
And I tell you, nothing says rock and roll morning show to me like Harriet Carter gifts.
Well, I'd like to address Craig right now. Dear Craig, we're very sorry that we reminded her that this existed. We hope you enjoy your 700 hammer toe crutches, because if you buy 700, you get the 701st free. So you know she will. Good luck with that.
It's something else to hide, Craig, along with the Finger Hut catalog.
It doesn't really get good reviews on here.
Yeah,
These are the reviews. This did not work for me at all. Very uncomfortable. Returned, and I'm waiting for a refund.
I have no toes.
This would not fit the toe that I really needed it for. So I returned it for a refund. This did not work at all. Waste of money. This one, I love this item. It keeps my toe from crossing over.
Well, at least it's fair. You know, a lot of those reviews you see online and stuff is like the guy who created it.
Yeah.
Best thing I've had. You know,
Right.
Says Jim, creator of the hammer toe crutch.
Why'd you get me stuck on Harriet Carter? You know I love these items.
I did it because Craig upset me the other day, and now he has to pay for all. You will atone, Craig. You will atone. It is 26 minutes after 7. This is the least rock and roll thing a person can talk about, so we'll change subjects when we come back. It's better than your morning show. Welcome back, everybody. 7:32. Big Rick, Alex, Dave. It's better than your morning show. Hello to everybody, especially listening on 102.3 in Elkins. Wow. Elkins. It's hard to believe this station hits so many different places, but we're always happy to hear from you. Let us know where you're listening from this morning as we continue through this magical world of all the equipment working at one time, and we all talk together.
Oh, and I forgot. Last week when I was on vacation, I had to say this. Hello, Boozeville.
They love you in Boozeville.
Yeah, some guy said, hey, man, say hi to Boozeville. Okay.
Boozeville.
We did it.
It's Boothsville, but you got to say it Boozeville.
Yeah, it's spelled like the guy that shot Lincoln.
Boothsville.
Boothsville. But it's Boozeville, yeah.
Yeah.
I made me think of the Water Boy. Bobby, did you ever catch that gorilla done punch you in the eye?
No, Mama.
Yeah, no, Mama. The sweet continues. The sweet continues.
Daggone gorilla. Okay, so yesterday at the end of the show, because we were trying to collectively have a show and it didn't really work, I put out there that we were going to be discussing drinking-related injuries today.
Oh, there's many.
Because there's a lot of things that yesterday we couldn't talk about because we couldn't talk at the same time. So I drew
pictures.
You drew some pictures.
That's actually what I did.
Good job.
I drew pictures.
I didn't know you had the entire 64 box of crayons.
I keep them from you.
Yes. Yeah, he keeps them in a secret stash.
Well, we got some broken 8-pack over here.
I asked people to write in with their injuries if they would like.
From drinking.
From drinking.
Okay.
Yeah, these are injuries straight because you were drinking. Melissa wrote in and said, my drunk accident story. My daughter's Razor scooter did not come with a warning that says, adults do not drink and ride. You are too dumb to work the toy. I get on the scooter, rode down a paved hill, hauling ass. I realized that little brake on the back doesn't work when you go fast. This was about 6 years ago. I still think I have a lawsuit. You know what, Melissa? You probably do. Because, seriously, people sue for the stupidest things these days. So why not? You could at least try it.
Yeah.
So a quick look at the findings from the injury claim coach.
Okay.
Yeah. Unlike millennials and baby boomers.
And by the way, Rick, that's the guy that took over for Rodriguez at Arizona.
Oh, okay.
Injury claim coach?
Yeah.
You might as well. The almost overrated, overhyped coach?
Yep. That's him.
Unlike millennials and baby boomers, Gen X women, which I'm a Gen Xer, right?
Yeah, sure.
I'm pretty sure.
Well, you know what? We're never really sure of your actual age.
Yeah.
You
that
lie
is true.
a lot.
Well, you know what? If you keep them guessing, then nobody ever knows.
Well, just so if you claim in 29, I do think that makes you fall in the millennial category.
Okay, I don't want to be a millennial. Okay, I'm a Gen X. Let's just
Grow
go
up.
with that, okay? However, Gen X women initiate more fights while drinking than men.
No doubt in my mind.
Not even a question to me.
He's taking off the earrings, the nails. I'm ready to go.
I got my Lee Presley nails. I get it.
And most guys that get into fights who are Gen Xers are fighting because their girlfriend or wife started
it.
the fight.
Yeah, you're
100%.
probably right.
Well, I think okay. So let's go back. We can take the drinking out of the equation for 1 minute. I think about the 2 or 3. Now, I don't know. Maybe it was just odd. It was Catholic school. There weren't that many actual fights when I was in high school.
Uh-huh.
But the 3 that stand out in my mind in the 4 years I was there, 2 of them involved girls fighting one another, and the other one involved a girl beating up a dude.
Ooh.
Like, there weren't a whole lot of, that I can even remember, like, standout dude fights. But I'm obviously Gen X too.
Right.
And I remember the girls back in the day were much more aggressive than the dudes. The dudes could get it done in the locker room, nobody's around. Hey, I heard this. You shove it out, you punch each other, and it's over.
Right.
But the actual full-blown ass-kicking fights in hallways, they were girls.
Yeah.
You're more aggressive.
I don't really remember a lot of fights. Bridgeport was a calm school. We didn't.
Okay.
There were not a lot of fights necessarily at Bridgeport High. So I can't necessarily say that. And knocking on wood, never been in a fight. And as far
How
as
do you know anything about yourself if you've never been punched in the face?
I think I'm okay with that. I think I'm okay not knowing that.
No, you have to know how you'll react to something like that.
Yeah.
Oh no, I would not do well.
Would you-
I've had.
It's like a V8
I was going to say
moment.
I've had balls flying in my face before. Thank you. I'll be here all night. Try the veal. As soon as I started to say that, I'm like, that is not going to come out right. But playing sports.
Alex O'Neill in the role she was born to play.
Yeah.
Playing
Bridgeport
sports.
balls.
Damn it. Playing sports, I know that if a ball's coming at my face, I do not react well. I don't.
I like that you prefaced it with playing sports.
I love to hear how, infrequent these, dusts up were, in you guys' generation. In my generation, it was daily, bloody, brutal, brother against brother. It was the Civil War.
Yes, because you're that old, Dave. Republicans
Yeah.
are more likely to swing a punch when drinking, followed by independents, and then finally Democrats.
Now you think about Abe Lincoln with a couple of beers in him. He'd be ready to go. He'd
Yeah.
throw down.
I think Abe would swing. I don't think he's afraid.
This is true. I'm not making this up. This is absolutely true that he was notorious as like somebody could kick anybody's butt. He really could. He was so strong. He was
tall too, wasn't he?
He was like, what do you call it?
Corn fed. Wasn't he from Nebraska?
Corn
Yeah,
fed.
wiry. Wiry is the word they use for guys like that.
He's a
You
vampire
got
hunter.
Great big long arms and stuff. I knew a guy when I did see a fight when I was in junior high school. And there was a guy who had a truck named the Pacemaker up at Parkersburg. It was all beat up, and he hand-painted it on the
Nice.
side. And he was outside of the clique of these really popular high school guys.
Was it supposed to say Peacemaker, but the E fell off?
As could have been.
I'm
Could
just
have been. I
wondering,
don't know.
because a lot of times you
Good
have
question.
that. Yeah.
I think Delbert was like about 36 and in ninth grade.
Of course his name is Delbert. That's awesome.
But these guys came up and they started like ripping on his truck and stuff,
Oh,
you know.
snap.
And they were all like, "Well, look at you," type of deal, you know. And Delbert got out, and then one guy decided to cross the line, and Delbert was trying to get back into his truck. He slapped him up the side of the head. He just steps out of the Pacemaker with a serious look on his face. I'm standing there waiting for my school bus, and he cleans up 3 guys twice his size in about 30 seconds.
That's like something out of the movies.
Got back in the Pacemaker, blew smoke from the oil burning in the back of it, takes off.
That's
Doesn't say a
amazing.
word.
Norris.
He just dropped the fist when the third guy is like literally in pain against the telephone pole and just looks over at us. The Delbert looks, what I call it. It's like, yeah. And got back in the Pacemaker.
How about that? Dustin says, I remember 2 girls fighting in high school. Desks were flying across the room. Guy fights had nothing on girl fights.
Absolutely.
That is true. It also says here the average injury. How many drinks do you think it takes for women to consume in order to get injured?
Injured? 4.
This is just the average.
4.
Dave?
I'm going to say 2.
6.5.
Oh, okay.
Now, that's a fair amount of drinks for
Yeah.
anybody. I
Yes.
mean, I'm not saying I couldn't have 6 drinks. I'm just
Yeah.
saying I shouldn't.
Nobody
and I'm
can.
bigger than most women. Some not.
No,
but
most,
yes.
most, yeah.
I would say that... I'd say that's generally a lot of drinks.
Yes.
That by the way, the fight where the girl in question here was in all 3 of the fights I'm thinking of.
Yeah. This
is the
That
same
girl hit a dude right in the testes with a discus. That's how she was, like, she used weapons. She may have invented ECW wrestling.
And didn't even know it.
Because we were in the circle, like, because you throw, you throw the shot put and the discus out of the circle. Mm-hmm. And so, I mean, they're different, but that where they were all next to each other is where we threw them.
Yeah.
And she hated this guy. His name was Joe Dixon. I didn't like him either.
Yeah.
So I was kind of rooting for her. I didn't pull her off, though. I was like, hey, you know what? If he's got to get his ass beat, that's what has to happen.
It's not Dick's on now, is it?
No. It was actually, it turned out to be Dick's off. She started hitting him, and he was trying to not fight back because
he's
it's
a
not
guy and a
right
girl,
to hit a girl,
right.
even if she's hitting you. It's okay to push her away. It's not okay to hit her.
Yeah.
And so he was just trying to shove her off, and I mean, she grabbed the discus, and she just,
Whoa.
yeah.
Whoa. I tell you what, you think about it, though, and using that type of, that type of an implement to do that with, how much money she would have saved Caitlyn Jenner.
Yeah, that's true. You know what? That's
Ooh.
probably her business now.
One swipe.
Yeah, just knocked it right back up in there.
Yeah.
How many men do you think it takes for the average injury to
30.
occur?
Because guys,
Not how many men. How many drinks for men?
30. Guys just don't care.
Yeah.
Guys are stupid.
Yeah.
8.5.
Yeah, I figure.
Yeah. Arms and legs made the top 3 for most injured body parts among tipsy folks from both genders.
Well, I can see that.
Yeah. And 20% of broken bones occur while celebrating this.
Sports victories.
Yeah.
Nope. It's a holiday.
4th of July.
New Year's Eve.
Oh, okay.
What the hell are you doing on New Year's Eve?
I don't know. I'm thinking the heels. And it's icy.
And you're drunk.
And you're drunk. I don't
that
know.
could be that thing.
It says beer was the culprit behind 58% of the reported alcohol-related injuries. That's America's favorite booze, by the way.
The number one injury causer is, ladies and gentlemen, beer again.
Yeah, and it most likely ended up being some kind of bruise obtained at a house party.
Oh,
do people do that anymore?
Well, you making
house
that crap
parties?
out of...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure they do.
I don't go anywhere to something like that. Like, I don't know what actually happens at parties if people invite me over, because I don't go.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I know people sit around the fire, or they go to the river lot. I know a lot of people do stuff like that.
Yeah,
that's what I'd rather do.
I would rather do that, too, but that's not really a house party, per se.
No, it's just a regular party.
Well,
now,
you can call it, and it has such a variance. I mean, there could be a bunch of people sitting over there with smoking jackets and pipes talking about Wagner, and they can call it a party.
Yeah, that's what they're doing.
It's an opera
Drinking
party.
nobody
Schlitz.
goes to those parties.
Well, let me tell you something.
Sounds like a very boring party.
Yeah, it does, but I mean, they still call it a party.
Yeah.
So it's hard to
Wouldn't
define.
that be a soiree?
It could be.
Yeah.
A certain way. A
I feel like-
soiree, a party, a tete-a-tete.
If somebody invited me to something called a tete-to-tete, I will punch you right in the face when you ask if I'd come.
I will use a discus
I don't think
on
that's
you.
what a tete-a-tete is.
You won't have any tet.
This seems
No.
tete-to-tete.
That's tete.
That's not a tete-a-tete.
This is not tete-to-tete?
No, a tete-a-tete.
And they say with a very careful
Do you know what a
microphone,
tete-a-tete
you can hear
is?
I have no clue.
it. A tete-a-tete's head-to-head.
Right, so that's not going to be a party. That's like
No, they call it
a
a
conversation. That's
They
like
call it
a
a tete-a-tete.
a head. No, nobody's ever called a party a
Okay,
tete-a-tete.
Look, I'm going to have my friends over, and we're going to sit there and knock down 5 cases of Natty Light and talk about porn actresses. That could be a tete-a-tete.
Okay, nobody drinking Natty Light has ever heard of a tete-a-tete. And if they have, they think it's something that's in the porn that they're talking about.
Point to Alex.
Thank
Point
you.
to Alex.
Excuse me, but in this world of all inclusion, I think you're making a vastly gross and unfair generalization to a segment of the population.
So would Kim Jong Un
No, I think I'm pretty right.
Trump be would that have
That
been
was a tete-a-tete. Yes, that was a tete-a-tete.
That could have, that could have been a kegger.
That could have been a hair to hair.
You know what? A kegger would have made it a lot more fun.
Well, I think so too.
It seems like they both had a good time. I think you're overthinking this.
2 guys getting drunk and a woman crying. I mean, you had all that. You had Trump, you had him, and you had Rodman crying at the end of it.
Oh, poor Rodman.
Yeah.
It is 7:45. We're going to take a break. Nobody picks on Rodman on this show. We'll be back with more. Welcome back. It is 7:51. It's Better Than Your Morning Show. Rick, Alex, Dave, microphones, air conditioning. Boom, we got it all.
Yeah.
Winning.
All up in here.
We even got the ghost Elvis up here this morning.
Really?
I would pee my pants. That's what I watched last night, by the way. That's how I celebrated my birthday. I started to watch the second half of the Elvis documentary on HBO Go.
Uh-huh.
And then you fell asleep because you're old
About
now.
28 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It happens.
Yeah, but you know
yeah.
what?
hate that.
Looks like the guy had a great life.
You know, I think he probably
Actually,
did.
that Colonel Rob Parker pisses me off.
Oh yeah, and
He
that
killed Elvis.
and that Weasel. What was it?
You're
Dr. Nick.
blaming
Dr.
Weezer?
Nick. No, that Weasel. Dr. Nick. You know?
Hi, everybody.
Dr.
Hi,
Nick.
Dr. Nick.
Dr. Nick was like, is like the candy man of prescription meds, and he just got Elvis hooked on everything.
Yeah, that's a shame. So last night we had Avery had a sleepover. And so it was like a Wednesday night, and we don't have a kid.
Is that a common thing in the summertime? Do kids sleep over each other's house during the week?
Yeah, because you don't see each other as long as their parent, because the dad is a teacher. So he's home all day, so he's not going anywhere. So it's
Yeah.
kind of like, she can spend the night tonight.
So this
And
is
it's
like
not a
kid
school night.
pawning. You're running a kid pawning scheme.
A little bit, yeah.
Look, I'm not mad at you. I love a scheme. I'm just saying.
Although the thing is, they can't stay at our house because we work, right? But
Yeah.
hey, you want to take my kid for a night? Sure. And the thing is, they don't get to see each other as much as they did in school.
That makes sense.
So they remain. They have a good relationship, and of course they catch each other on the gram,
Yeah.
and they do musicallys or
You're never
they'll
allowed to say that again.
play Roblox. That's how the kids talk these days.
Yeah,
Let's
just
go
as
back.
long as they're not-
Let's go back to Harry Carter. I don't
Yeah.
want to talk. About
You know what I'm talking about? So Craig and I are like, what are we going to do? I'm like, well, we could eat wings and not even eat our carrots and celery.
No,
We don't even have to eat
wow.
no vegetables.
Quit living on the edge.
Oh yeah, we were living
Your
high,
heart thanks you.
high on the horde,
Hey, just have the dip.
Wait,
high on the whore. Yeah,
okay, I just wanted to make sure I caught that correctly.
yeah. It was a cross between hog and horse, and I just stopped at whore.
You sure
That's
did.
where I did.
Yeah, well,
We've all done.
So
it.
yeah,
yeah, and the
we've been
kid's
there.
not there, so why not?
Right, why not? Yeah. And so we went out, we went shopping, we did a little Goodwill. I found a book.
Oh, God,
That's
poor
what I was
Craig.
going to say.
No Harriet
Right.
Carter at the Goodwill?
No Harriet Carter, but I did find a book at the Goodwill, and it was 1,001 potluck recipes. So, people, if you got a potluck you want to invite me to, I got recipes for days. So I'm all about that. And meanwhile, I'm looking and I'm trying to find the Mountaineer section. 1,001.
What have we discussed this morning? Harriet Carter, Finger Hut, and now potluck recipes.
How old are you? Like, I get it.
I'm an old soul.
I celebrated with prescription medication.
See?
I get it. But live a little. You know what? If and then you're trying to beg somebody to invite you to a potluck. How the hell old are you?
I
you
love
are
a potluck.
one terry cloth robe with Werther's and Kleenex away from being a grandmother.
Why don't you just change your
Here,
story
you
and
need
say,
it. I got
Craig
one
and I
on my
went out.
I'm
sleeve.
sure you do
You
have
need a
one in
tissue?
your sleeve, you sicko.
So as I'm standing in Goodwill, and I totally forgot the daggone it. I just remember I forgot the game. I bought a Family Feud game for us, so that we didn't have to do match game all the time. I thought you'd appreciate it. It's travel size. It's the party edition. It
Yeah.
was only $1.99.
And if you can't get it locally, it's available at Finger Hut.
Yes.
I put this song on because I want you to remember a time where you would hooch up, go to a club, and rub your ass against something because this is ridiculous with your stupid conversation.
As I'm
That's what
dancing, so you like potluck dinners? I got a recipe book.
I was hoping that story when the child wasn't there. So, Craig and I, we went out just drove around last night and looked for a prostitute. Something like that.
You did.
But no.
You falsely sold this as if it was a good story about how you and Craig met a nice lady.
And
Yeah.
it ends up being the big book of crock pot recipes.
Well, we did meet a nice lady. That's what I'm kind of getting to. So as we're in Goodwill and I'm discussing whether or not to buy this Family Feud game for $1.99 or not,
Debatable.
I doubt I can put this
$1.99.
into the receipt. I
this
doubt
is
they're going to
41.
reimburse me.
So this is 41.
Yeah.
Welcome. This chick that was working there, very tall, very
Okay.
tall woman.
Okay, yep.
She comes up behind me and she goes, "Hey, you ought to get this for Big Rick."
Oh, jeez.
And I turned around.
What was it?
That's a great question.
Uh-huh.
It is a Pirates bobblehead. I don't know. It's some white guy. I don't know who it was.
Well, you had a 50-50
That's one of the low price ones. Some white guy.
And
That's
I
what it
said,
says on the little stand. Some white
generic white guy.
Who do you think it was? Don Slott?
guy. Yes.
Maybe Dan Billardello?
Yeah, it could be.
Why am I going through 80s pirate catchers? I don't know.
Sammy Khalifa.
Is that Wiz Khalifa's brother?
It might be. I
It
don't
could
know.
be. No, he would. No, Sammy was. His nickname was Sniff.
Yeah.
Sniff.
Oh, that kind of
Yeah.
stuff.
Oh yeah.
So, in any case, I said, I'm not buying that man anything. I don't care if it is his birthday. So, plus it was a pirate. Like, we don't have room for any more bobbleheads.
You took Rick's birthday money and spent it on a crock pot recipe book.
That's right. And I'm going to make him something very nice, some kind of mac and cheese hamburger mashup. In any case, this is getting to the story, okay?
All right.
So after that, we went to a couple other stores. This is where this incident happened. This store closed at 9 o'clock, okay? I'm not going to say where it was. It doesn't matter.
Okay, it wasn't the hobby store, was it, or something like that?
No, it was not a hobby store, but it
Fabrics.
is a place that would buy things.
Okay.
Okay.
So like a resale.
Yes, a resale place. This woman who was working there, she was a very nice lady.
Okay.
But she was all by herself. I was in a line of 10 people.
All right.
She was trying to do this buyback thing. And, and this guy had come in with 3 or 4 things that he wanted to sell.
Right.
So she's going through it, and I'm talking 20 minutes looking up how much he's going to get for everything he's bought in, or, he's brought into her.
Yeah.
Finally, she's like, all right, I can give you, let's say, $400 for the whole lot. And he goes, 20 minutes we stand there. He goes, yeah, I think I'm just going to take it home and sell it on my own.
That would make me mad. I would have lost it by
Yeah.
then. I'd have lost it by then.
Right?
If you got
Yeah.
mad, I legit get you. I get
See,
you.
at that point, I start asking, how much is my purchase here? You're waiting to check out.
Seriously,
right?
it was like $11.
See, I'm going.
I
I'm
know.
going.
And Craig and I oftentimes looked at each other like, do we really want what we're about to buy? Then this is the even weirder part. As we're standing there, there's people around us having various conversations. Mm-hmm. The guy in front of me has on a shirt that says event staff. And on his shoulder, somebody has signed his T-shirt. Mm-hmm. And it says, Alex.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, but it's not the way I write my A's. So I knew it wasn't my signature, but for a second...
How many autographs are you signing?
Buddy, I got them all out there. All out there. In fact, last week at the WVU alumni game, the event staff guy there, I said, I got to get rid of this poster. He says, well, I said, I'm going to put it on your car. Where is it? And he says, you can put it on my car as long as you sign it. So,
Aw,
yeah,
look at you,
my
little
autograph's
tiger.
out there.
You're very
That's why I
popular.
carry a Sharpie, because you never know.
That would be a bobblehead I would buy, event staff guy.
Is the event staff guy?
Yeah.
But anyway, it said Alex on his shoulder. And I was like, for a second, I was like, did I sign that? But then I realized, because I always put a heart beside my name so that people know it's a girl, not a guy, right? With
Right.
the name Alex.
That's how Trebek signs his.
This one had boobs.
Oh,
Hey.
A pair of boobs.
Hey.
So,
Alex Boobs.
Ain't
Yeah.
nothing like some boobs.
yeah.
Nah.
So there you go. But 20 minutes? Are you kidding me? And then you decide not to sell it? I was like, no, you're going to sell it? That's what I wanted to do so bad. I looked at Craig and I went, that guy's going to sell this stuff whether he likes it or not.
You got to watch it with those autographs, because I'll tell you one thing right now. The last time somebody said, hey, can I get your autograph? And I signed it, and 2 hours later, somebody came and got my car.
It was on eBay. I get it.
All right, let's take a quick check of your weather before we go to sports. Weather is brought to you by Aquila Stone, your brick and stone veneer specialist, Don Knotts Boulevard in Morgantown.
For many of our listeners out there, Rick, we're going to see a flash flood watch in effect from 1 o'clock this afternoon until early Friday morning. For the rest of us here, Morgantown, Marion County and stuff, we're not going to be in that.
Yeah, that's
flash
basically
flood.
Harrison and South.
Harrison and south into the west, clear out to Ritchie. Partly to mostly cloudy skies, going to be humid again today. Scattered showers and thunderstorms, a high in the low 80s. Cloudy overnight, occasional showers, a chance of thunderstorms, and a low down to the mid-60s.
We should never have gotten that Rosetta Stone.
No,
Ever.
I really regret it.
And it is time for you to defend a lunch. Sandwich you. Yep.
I'm tired of it.
I know.
I will defend 304-284-ROCK, 304-284-ROCK. You want to fight me for my sandwich? You mentally, of course. I'm not much into the pugilistic arts anymore,
Yeah.
but I will fight you mentally for my lunch. 304-284-ROCK. It's better than your morning show. Hi, CLG.
Hey, what's happening, Rick?
Nothing. I'm just a guy that's going to kick your ass and keep my lunch. What are you doing?
Come on! Rick, I'm beaten a couple times. Jokaboo! Caboose.
Oh, Joe Caboose.
Joe Caboose. What you been up to, Joe Caboose?
Oh, no, that's Joe Caboose's music. He ain't supposed to be here. Oh, God.
All right, well, Joe Caboose, it is time to try to win some Sandwich U. I've got a couple questions here. You are going to choose the category. Would you like to go to girls' school, or would you like to talk about family ties?
Girls' school.
Girls' school.
Ooh, the caboose is loose.
I was really hoping for family ties.
All right.
All right, that's all right. All right, so here we go, Joe. The way this works, I'm going to ask 3 questions with multiple choice answers. Don't answer just yet. We're going to go through all 3 questions and get back to you, all right?
Cool.
All right, here we go, Rick. Which Desperate Housewives star just had a baby? Felicity Huffman, Terry Hatcher, or Ava Longoria?
All right.
Second question. Happy birthday to Prince William. What number is he in line to the British throne? 2nd, 3rd, or 4th?
All right.
And finally, it's International Yoga Day. Cow pose, cat's pose, and child's pose all have you doing what? Kneeling, standing, or lying down? All right, here we go. Joe, which Desperate Housewives star just had a baby? Felicity Huffman, Terry Hatcher, or Ava Longoria?
Felicity Huffman.
How do you know this? That's what I would like to know.
Because I have a crush on her.
Ava Longoria is the answer on that. Yeah.
That was my first instinct.
Yep, got to go with your gut feeling. Second one, happy birthday to Prince William. What number is he in line to the British throne? 2nd, 3rd, or 4th?
3rd.
Actually, 2nd.
Oh.
Right behind his father, Prince Charles. You might call him the caboose of the British family,
Oh,
yeah.
he's bringing up the rear just like you in this game.
Nice.
All right, third question. It's International Yoga Day. Cow pose, cat's pose, and child's pose all have you doing what? Kneeling, standing, or lying down?
Lying down.
Nope.
Wow, you are 3 for 3 there, Joe. Kneeling is the answer we were looking for, and it's a sweep.
I mean, seriously.
Oh, my goodness.
You got that ass kicked.
Yeah, I did.
Right in the caboose.
Destroyed right in the caboose.
Joe, but you know what? You're one of our favorite players, so you keep trying, buddy, all right?
I got tickets to the game, so hopefully my luck will change. Maybe I'll win Metallica tickets.
You're coming to the game?
Oh, yeah, man.
Dude, that's awesome. I tell you what, I'm going to hook you up anyway because you're a good sport.
Cool.
All right, man, you're going to win my Sandwich U for the day, and then you could actually have a sandwich before you head to the Blackout the Ballpark game.
Sounds awesome, man.
All right, brother, hang on the line. Who's hooking you up?
CLG.
You know what?
Some kid will crawl on it and
Well,
you'll fall on him and
probably
sue you.
$132,000 statue to me someday because of my merciful ways in handing out free lunches to people who actually lose to my hands.
Yeah, it's possible, but Joe Caboose, one of my favorite characters.
Yeah,
And Joe, next Thursday, we're all going to be there. Come say hi. Here's the thing. We don't know what you look like, but you'll know what we look like because we'll be wearing CLG shirts.
So will 500 other people.
It'll be fine.
It says event staff.
And then you'll see my boobs right there in the corner. It'll be fine.
Well, I didn't know it was that kind of baseball game. All right, way to go. Apparently we upped the ante. Win Metallica tickets.
Tickets?
Some get some.
Yeah.
There you go.
Well,
And anyone,
obviously.
anyone just tuning in has no idea what that means.
No, whatever. It is Blackout the Ballpark. Tonight, the home season starts 1 week from tonight. The Metallica night, Blackout the Ballpark, will be at the Mon County Ballpark. Get your tickets to the game, and when you come to the game, you could win other tickets, like rock and roll tickets, to go to maybe Vans Warped Tour, Bush, Stone Temple Pilots and the Cult, Rob Zombie, Marilyn Manson, Avenged Sevenfold, Prophets of Rage, or Five Finger Death Punch, Breaking Benjamin, and ultimately someone will win tickets to go see the mighty Metallica. It's not a chance. Someone will leave the ballpark with those tickets in their grubby little mitts. All you have to do is buy your tickets to the game, come on out, and we're going to have a good time. The first 500 people to register to be a part of blacking out the ballpark. Although we encourage you all to wear black. This is essentially like a gold rush at a football game, but it is wearing black because rock and roll shirts are usually black. We're going to give you one, too, so that's pretty cool. We want to thank all of our sponsors for making that happen because, trust me, there's a lot that goes into this. A lot of people really stepped up to make that a thing that happened. I would tell you who they were, but that sheet's gone.
Oh, okay.
And that sheet's gone. I know that Jan Care.
It has been, been recovered. Julia's Pepperoni Rolls, Jan
Valley
Care,
Worlds of Fun.
Vision Homes. Universities and Fairmont Federal Credit Union. So thank you all you guys for making that happen. Get your tickets now. It is 1 week from tonight. Okay, so we just did that trivia thing, and you were hoping for Family Ties trivia.
I was. You know why?
Because you're an old grandmother.
I am not an old grandmother, damn it. But Meredith Baxter and Michael Gross,
Okay.
they both have birthdays today.
They do.
Isn't that weird?
It's also the first day of summer.
Meredith will be celebrating with her wife.
Really?
Yeah,
She finally come out?
Oh yeah, she did. Oh, there
Is-
you go.
oh,
That's
is
the
that it?
official
Knocking the
sign.
boots?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Those
I thought
weren't
this was
boots.
the official sign.
Well,
Those
at
weren't
her
boots.
age, yeah, you get it's
2 on an osteoporosis pill is 1 too many.
like two people falling together. That's the signs. What it is.
Well, you know what? If you're still having sex at this age, you go for
They
it.
become a teepee.
Yes.
I saw her wedding pictures not long ago on YouTube.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, they.
What the hell are you doing that you came across Meredith Baxter Burney's lesbian wedding pictures?
Top 10 lesbian weddings.
He was watching it.
He's trying to pick up a side hustle as a lesbian wedding
And you know
planner.
what? Nothing happens there. You know,
Oh.
You mean it's just like a regular marriage? Who
it's
knew?
Like, yeah, I just thought. You know, I thought.
What did you expect happened?
Maybe the reception be a little bit wanky. I wasn't sure. I didn't know.
I think the last thing at a lesbian reception is
it's-
wanky.
Well, yeah. Bring your own.
Yeah.
That's what-
By the way, Craig is listening, so now he's like, your boobs. I was talking about that shirt that was signed
Craig,
last night.
Look, Craig, we tried to stop her, but she went out onto the roof and was like, High Street, look at these! Woo! And I was like, come on, respect for Craig. And she was like, who? Woo! Well, we tried to stop her.
So glad I overruled Topless Tuesday here.
Oh my gosh! Real quick, and this is a little bit off subject. But speaking of High Street,
Really? Is
I
anything
know
off subject
nothing's
here?
off topic here. So went downstairs,
Yeah, I saw you.
and our disgraced Lance Armstrong, like I had already made the turn to go left.
Can I just mention this real quick? You guys realize disgraced Lance Armstrong
That's
is
his name for
actually
him.
Lance
Armstrong, yes.
who was actually disgraced. This guy is disgraced Lance Armstrong squared.
Yeah.
Okay.
At least refer to him properly, because the real Lance Armstrong is
Is also
actually
disgraced.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Well, this guy, you know me. I'm very curious about people, so I've been wanting lately to be like, dude, what's your story?
Oh,
You know,
really?
like,
That's a mistake.
I know, and I don't have time to actually get into it like when we're on the air. So if he's still there at 10, I may just ask him just for the fun of it. But so I had already taken a left to go there, and he was there. He came out of nowhere, so I had to commit, because then if I went the other way, it would be obvious I was avoiding him.
You're in this relationship now.
Yes, I'm
Yeah.
stuck. So, hey, how's it going? Good, good. And then he starts talking about how he was going to take a walk down to the park, but he was waiting for it to stop raining. And I
Okay.
said, well, you might have to wait for a while because it's supposed to rain all day.
Just dribbling.
Well, it is, but, whatever. Maybe he doesn't have dry clothes. I don't know.
I don't know.
He only has a book bag of the clothes that he owns. Like his whole life is in that book bag.
Okay.
So he says, yeah, I went down to check my mail. Mm-hmm. And I was thinking, like, how do people that have no home get their mail?
They have a P.O. box, maybe.
It's not a P.O. box.
Okay.
He said he had to go down to HealthRight to get his mail.
Okay.
So I don't know what that deal is. I wasn't about to get into that
Maybe he
conversation.
just had his mail forwarded to that address.
It's possible.
Yeah.
So in any case, so he was like, yeah, he says, I went down there, and he says, I missed out on the coffee.
Okay.
And I don't know how this came up. And he's like, I missed out on the coffee. I was like, oh, sorry to hear that. I love my coffee in the mornings. And
All right.
then he says, yeah, I haven't hit that manic depressive stage where I've started cutting yet.
Oh my God.
Well, at this point, the psychologist inside me is like, oh, no, man, you don't want to do that. Like, nobody wins in that. And he goes, yeah, especially the Catholics. Okay.
Why didn't you just invite him up? I would have been happy to
Yeah.
have that conversation.
Dude, I so want to hear more. So this is what I said.
Okay.
Because I had to explore this topic. Okay, I got to ask, what does being Catholic have to do with cutting? And then he says, well, it depends on how you look at things. He said,
Okay.
some people, there's this technology out there that if I were to cut myself, they'd get a hold of that and do things with it.
You're freaking me out, lady.
Yeah.
I know.
Go back
Me
to
too.
showing your boobs to the
But
street.
Just sign his T-shirt and move
Yes.
on.
Right?
That's what
And
you
I
need
was
to
just
do.
like, okay, man, have a great day. I'm like, I'm out. I don't have no idea what you're talking
Why
about.
do you engage?
Because I'm
Could've
a
done
glutton
something
for
useful.
punishment. I don't know. I love like people that talk weird, and that was one of the reasons I loved working at Chestnut Ridge is because like whenever it was like we got a live one on the unit, I'll take them. Because I'd love to hear these
All right,
crazy
here's
stories.
what's going to happen. Dave and I would prefer to not be a part of this, but clearly you love it. So I will run that microphone out of this board and down to the street for you.
So I can
and I tell
talk
you
to
what,
this guy?
you
Sure.
you know what? You could do bum interviews.
I've thought about it.
Yeah.
What brings you here? Oh, earlier we were talking because they were having it was good old trading post.
They're having a swap meet for cigarette butts.
Are you serious?
No, we're not kidding. And I said, and Dave dropped his cigarette out of his pack, and I was like, "You better pick that up. They're going to swarm,
Yeah.
right?" And so I said, "What if you just took it and threw it out in the street? It'd be like when you're at the beach." And you have a French fry, and you throw it out there, and the seagulls come from nowhere and just flock.
Yeah.
I really think that's what would happen.
But these were different people. This was emaciated Sam Elliott and toothless Dick Cheney.
Oh my God!
A whole different crowd.
I got an idea.
Yeah. They were banging on parking meters too to see if coins would come out.
All right, this is what makes me a horrible person and not go into heaven.
Yeah.
What if? Let's tie one smoke.
That's what I said. We're going to go with fishing.
Let-
I said the exact same thing at the hanging out the window and see who tries
and
to
then
get it.
and it'll just kind of like be dangling in space, and then when they go to put their hand up to grab it, we'll hurry up and pull it up real fast.
Yeah.
It'd be like that commercial.
I'm gonna save $1. I've
Yeah.
got you $1.
It makes
Almost got it there.
makes perfect sense, but you know as well as I do, in this town, there would be a cop up here in 10 minutes going, "You got a license for that?"
It's true.
Your license
Thomas says Celebrity Bum Talk with Alex sounds like a fantastic show segment.
We got a really great show for you this morning on Celebrity Bum Talk with I'm your host, Alex. Show my boobs on High Street O'Neill.
Damn it, I didn't show my boobs.
We've got disgraced Lance Armstrong squared talking to toothless Dick Cheney about the art of cigarette butt exchange. Guys, I know you're both very familiar with the subject. Go ahead. We'll open, and then, Dick, you'll be allowed to have rebuttal.
God. Okay, so that is our morning. That's what has happened this morning.
Well, don't just go lollygagging with aimless questions. Ask him.
Ask the important questions.
Like, how much credit did you get on Finger Hut?
Yeah.
Something
Oh,
like
if
that.
he got more than 600, then
Well, he had his
I'll
mail
be
with
so
him.
mad.
I feel
He
like
had
a
his
bum
mail.
might actually get more credit.
That's actually probably true.
$1,000 at Finger Hut.
Like-
Wait a minute, I work for a living.
Wait, you paid off your student loans? I'm out of here.
Yeah.
All
Probably
right,
why
back
he's
to the
out there.
family tie because we got to move on.
I was to say, we have to take a break.
Let's do it really quick.
All right.
Family Ties. Okay, Family Ties was set in which Ohio city? Cleveland, Columbus, Cincinnati.
Cleveland.
Cincinnati.
Columbus. Both wrong. What future star played the alcoholic brother of Meredith Baxter's Family Ties character? Tom Cruise, Tom Hanks, Jim Carrey.
Tom Hanks.
Yep.
Tom Hanks is correct. Which Friends actress played a girlfriend of Michael J. Fox's character?
Courtney Cox.
Yeah.
Yep.
That was it.
Yep.
You didn't even need choices. You would have killed
Courtney
it.
Cox is everybody's girlfriend in the 80s. Bruce Springsteen's. If you ever see Dancing
Dancing in the Dark. Yeah, that was her debut.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, we got
Now
Buzz
she's
Buzz
cougar.
coming up.
All right. Can't
She is
imagine
a
it gets
cougar.
any weirder than this.
Nope.
26 minutes after 8, we'll be back with more It's Better Than Your Morning Show.
It is now time for It's Better Than Your Morning Buzz Buzz. Brought to you by Lance Armstrong, who says, would you guys stop talking about me already?
Brought to you by Laramie Bum Smokes. Get some today.
Just wait till we get our hip waders and do a little bit of bum fishing. You just wait. We're gonna have some fun.
God.
Bum fishing sounds like
You
an
know-
event they would have at the bar behind us.
Already got some bait tips out there. They hit quicker on menthol when the weather is warm.
Really?
Yeah, they do. Yeah.
Did not know
so you
that.
lower your line in there with non-menthol. They're not going to go after it as quick.
Okay.
So keep that in mind.
I'm glad to know that. Yeah. All right, let's see what's going on. First of all, I know you had this story yesterday, Rick, on your afternoon show.
Oh, yeah.
Since you're pulling double duty, but I thought we'd still go over it. Former WCW heavyweight champion Leon Big Van Vader
Yeah.
White passed away at the age of 63. According to Wrestling Inc., White had been battling heart issues for the past couple years. And in November of 2016, he revealed on Twitter that he was diagnosed with congestive heart failure due to his football and wrestling careers. He said that he had visited 2 separate heart doctors who both told him he had less than 2 years to live.
Yeah.
They seem to be right.
Yeah, they nailed it.
Yeah, Jesse, his son, said that his father was diagnosed with a severe case of pneumonia last month. And while he said his father fought hard and was making progress, on Monday night his heart had enough. It was his time.
Yes, Leon Big Bull White also hit pop culture. Do you know, it may be in the story you're reading. Don't read it. Do you know where
No.
he may have hit the pop culture scene?
No.
He was Frankie Stechino's dad in Boy Meets World.
Oh,
Really?
okay.
Yeah, do you remember? He was in a couple of episodes. One most notable was when Corey had to go to Frankie Stechino's birthday party and had to go to Topanga's birthday party at the same night. And then he ended up dancing with Topanga in a wrestling ring. That was because he made it happen. Van Vader was his father
okay.
in that show. I think he was only on like a couple episodes, but that was kind of his crossover into pop culture. He also, interestingly enough, was arrested overseas. I want to say it was in Saudi Arabia, where he, a Saudi Arabian, I cannot remember what country, and I don't want to seem racist. Don't write or 1-star me. You know what? I don't care. Go ahead, 1-star me. But somebody asked him if wrestling was fake, and and the Undertaker was also in the interview. Undertaker didn't do anything; he just sat there, and Vader flipped the table over and threatened to kill the guy who asked him if wrestling was fake. It did not go well. He was detained in said country for a while.
Some pro wrestlers take it personally when you ask them that question.
Yeah.
ABC's John Stossel. Did you ever see that interview he was doing about pro wrestling? I cannot remember the wrestler, but we can Google it. It's probably up there with lesbian weddings. But
it is in your YouTube queue.
Yes, it is. And he said, it's fake, isn't it, John? And if you know John Stossel, he has kind of like a haughty attitude towards, people. Because it is fake, isn't it? It was like for like one of those, in-depth news shows. And he walked right up to him and took his hands. I mean, must have been like 1.5 feet from each side of the head.
Did he box his ears?
Oh, my God.
Ooh.
And John Stossel, I think it's still in court. It's like 20 years on. I have irreparable hearing damage. And stuff.
That's possible.
Yeah.
Because in ear boxing, it's no joke.
Well, then don't ask the question.
Don't ask the question. if you don't want to
You're
hear
just
the
being
answer.
John Stossel stupid at that point, you know?
Speaking of boxing, Charlize Theron sparred with a boxing champion and then gave him a big kiss.
I'd spar with
Oh,
her.
my God.
Yeah, the actress got in the ring with fellow South African Chris Van Heerden on Wednesday at the Wild Card West Boxing Club in Santa Monica. TMZ says producer Peter Berg, who owns the gym, wanted to surprise Chris on his birthday, so he got Charlize to swing by.
Oh, that's nice.
Chris, he turned 30. He's a former IBO welterweight champ and a big fan of the actress. Mark Wahlberg also showed up.
Yeah. I was trying to get her for your birthday, Rick, but it didn't pan out.
Clearly, she had other plans.
She said, you don't got
David
air
Schultz.
conditioning, I'm not coming. What was it?
David Schultz.
David Schultz was the wrestler. It's a great video if you've not seen it. I mean, wow.
It comes up automatically after top 10 lesbian weddings.
Yeah, on the autoplay.
Yeah, the autoplay.
Yeah, it's it.
The National Enquirer reports in this week's issue that Paris Jackson is juggling 3 girlfriends at once. A source told the tabloid, Paris is playing the field and doesn't care about the consequences.
Oh, no.
There's nothing wrong with having fun, but 3 partners at the same time seems pretty reckless.
Devil may care.
I tell you what, he could drop one, and I know 2 guys that would be happy.
You guys.
Of course.
Yes.
Yeah, it's us.
I'm saying, yeah.
They are-
I'm talking about the guys on the street down there. No,
They
me
might
and
have
him.
a better shot.
No, I'm talking about
Yeah, they-
Paris Jackson. His girl.
Yeah.
Okay. I thought you said he could drop one. She could.
Well, she could drop one. She could drop all 3 if she wants to. It doesn't matter. You
Yeah,
know.
I-
You're
Think of
right.
These 2.
Yeah.
Right, okay, I gotcha.
They probably would have better success on High Street than we would.
Well, for the most part, we don't talk about Paris Jackson.
No. We talk about
Michael
Andrew.
Jackson's.
Yeah,
Andrew.
seriously, at this point, we are more talking about Andrew
Andrew
Jackson.
Jackson.
He just got invited to join the Finger Hut Club.
Yes, he did.
They
What
are.
credit he got.
So these girls, they're really hot too. They're identified as British model Cara Delevingne, Pretty Little Liars actress Ashley Benson, and a club DJ named Carolyn D'Amour.
See, and that's the thing about the YouTube autoplay loop. I saw that yesterday before Lesbian
You're
Weddings.
right, that came on right before that.
Oh, I did see this online though. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, in
the
the
pictures or something else.
In the spring, they flirted with going public. One night, they snapped themselves in bed together watching the Oscar award-winning movie Carol.
That's the picture I saw.
See? Have you seen Carol? The movie Carol?
No, I don't give a damn.
It's about an
that.
unrequited lesbian relationship in the 50s. You might want to look that up. That sounds like it's right up your alley.
I keep it on the autoplay. Maybe today I get unrequited lesbian love top 10.
There you go.
There you go. So,
Bad news, everybody. After 27 seasons of baby daddy reveals, fist fights, chair throwing,
Yeah.
Jerry Springer is done. NBC Universal has reportedly decided to shut down the show, which has been on the air since 1991. It's produced 4,000 episodes. Springer himself told Entertainment Tonight, "We've stopped production of the show," but Springer added that the CW network will continue to air older episodes and even some new episodes that have already been taped.
It's amazing they managed to get 4,000 episodes out of one story.
that's
I know,
exactly
right?
Yeah.
Can you believe that there's that many baby daddy questions?
I don't even see. I associate Baby Daddy more with Maury.
Pope, yeah.
But I mean, see, he was more like Baby Daddy of a lesbian elephant from outer space. Like
True, yeah.
His was so outlandishly wonderful. Jerry Springer, in case you don't know, was the former mayor of Cincinnati,
Yep.
Ohio. Busted, and I don't know that he went to jail very long, but. Something that we're very familiar with here in the By God, misusing funds
Yep.
from state and city governments to misappropriate your fun life. Jerry bought hookers,
Yep.
not couches, but hookers.
Yeah.
And then that was what and the end of his political career. And it turns out he's actually a really funny, brilliant man. Went into the entertainment business and made way more money and lots more hookers doing the Jerry Springer show than he would have being the mayor of Cincinnati.
When you think about it, at one time Cincinnati was a crazy town. It was, because Jerry Springer was the mayor. Also, at the same time,
Sam Weish was the coach.
Sam Weish was the coach. You had the head of Hustler down there at the same time.
Oh, yeah,
Wow.
Larry Flint. And WKRP was on the air.
In Cincinnati. Okay, so what? Here. Jimmy Fallon invited Pete Davidson to The Tonight Show. It's probably never going to do it again. Davidson confirmed his engagement to singer Ariana Grande. When asked about the whirlwind romance, Pete said, quote, "I feel like I won a contest. So sick. It's so effing lit."
Bro.
End quote. Pete said the sudden fame is both confusing and gratifying. He says, "Some dude goes up to me and says, 'Yo, man, you gave me hope.'" He also lamented, using language that cannot be repeated on the radio, that it seems to make news every time he uses the bathroom. Pete punctuated his appearance by repeatedly swearing. Fallon warned him about the rules of TV, the same guidelines Pete must follow on Saturday Night Live. He got a big laugh by replying, "Yeah, I could get fired from SNL, but you can't fire me from The Tonight Show." Now, the crowd loved it, but execs were not happy. In fact, Pete probably burned a lot of bridges last night. He
I
will
would
not
say so.
probably be asked back because it was like every other word. Now, and Ariana is like a good friend of Fallon, so I'm sure she heard it.
Every time I hear her name, though, I think of a Starbucks menu.
I'll take the Ariana Grande.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean,
Yeah.
it's a perfect fit, isn't it? I mean,
Yeah.
yeah.
No, it makes sense.
This is pretty funny. Steve Martin, Martin Short, and Tom Hanks, they had a little party. On Jimmy Kimmel Live Tuesday, the host recalled how the three got together with another pal, Walter Parks, for a colonoscopy party.
Oh, boy.
We're not having that party.
Now that
David.
you're 41,
I still got 10 years, 9 years.
No,
something to mark down on the calendar.
you're going to do it. It'll be fun. Dennis Quaid has inked a deal to play President Ronald Reagan in a film expected to begin shooting in the fall.
Why couldn't it be Randy Quaid?
Yeah,
I
Randy
know.
Quaid.
That would have been way better.
He did play a president. Randy Quaid played LBJ
Oh, really? I did not
and
know
did a
that.
pretty
Really?
good job of it because both of them pretty wow. Yeah.
I don't remember that.
Yes. Dennis Quaid is playing Reagan, right?
Yeah.
Randy playing LBJ.
Oh,
Yeah, that's amazing.
comes full circle, doesn't it?
The presidential link with the Quaid family.
During the 2016 election, which many celebrities were supporting one candidate or another, some people were upset that Taylor Swift didn't do the same and merely encouraged people to vote. Well, since then, she's donated to the March for Our Lives campaign for gun reform. It's also reported she gave about $100,000 to the Legal Defense Fund for victims of sexual harassment. But Trent Reznor isn't happy with any of that. He says that in the 90s, he was told that because he has influence, it's his job to call out whatever needs to be called out, and he's tried to do so. And he says, and I think about that today because it seemed like it was a lot easier to just keep your mouth shut and let it go back then. You don't hear a lot from the Taylor Swifts of the world and top-tier needle-moving cultural youth because they're concerned about their brand, their demographic, and their success and career and whatnot.
Yeah.
I would love to see, seriously, Trent Reznor and Taylor Swift. Baby, we got bad blood.
Well, that's actually really an interesting dynamic. Trent Reznor was really pushed by Jimmy Iovine at Interscope Records. Of course, if that name sounds familiar, but you have no idea about the record business, Jimmy Iovine is also Dr. Dre's partner,
right?
Mm-hmm.
He in Beats and I think Apple Music. Ultimately, they turned that into a $300 billion partnership or something. So
amazing.
But Jimmy Iovine is a brilliant guy, and at the time, I mean, he created No Doubt. He created Lady Gaga. I mean, his brilliance is boundless. Yes, he could well retire. But back then, when you got to figure that was the early to mid '90s when Nine Inch Nails started to hit that prominence. Richard Patrick from Filter. Hey man, nice shot. He was actually in the band at the time, and I know Richard a little bit, and he is a crazy political on every form of social media that he has, and he is very left. I'm not saying being left is crazy. I'm just saying everything he does is politically...
He's fanatical.
Fanatical is probably the better word to use for that. So those guys back in the day when things were Rock the Vote, MTV's Rock the Vote, we remember the hell out of that. They were all encouraged to do that because when you had that MTV generation, of which Nine Inch Nails was certainly a part of, everything leaned left. The right didn't look at MTV. Yeah. It wasn't like we had Uncle Ted Nugent's Saturday Night let's sling some weapons. We had Headbangers Ball, and we had Yo MTV Raps, and we had videos that weren't necessarily political, but everything that on that side of it leaned politically left.
Yeah.
Not fighting with it. I'm just saying Nine Inch Nails is a byproduct of that era. Right. There's no and Trent Reznor is a brilliant human. Don't just go, oh well, he is smarter than you, whoever you are listening. He's smarter than me. He is smarter than all of us. The guy's brilliant. I'm surprised it took this long for him to actually release that statement.
Yeah.
In other news, new Nine Inch Nails news and tour coming very soon.
Oh.
That's probably why.
Probably.
I tell you what, though, I love MTV's Rock the Vote. It was a great public service, and it was the only way I could ever talk to Natalie Portman. So,
was that what it was?
Yeah.
It was Rock the... Oh, okay.
Yeah.
See, that's what I mean. They took young, upcoming stars, whether it be rock and roll or music or movies or whatever, and they turned them into why Natalie Portman calls Dave McClung at CLG.
Yeah,
and she calls him a creep, is what I think.
Excuse me.
But listen, it is 8:45. Why don't we take a break? Because I still got a couple good stories.
Okay, let's do it again.
And then we'll come back with more Buzz.
The rebuzzening coming up next on CLG. Welcome back. It is 8:52. It's Better Than Your Morning Show. Dave just reminded me that my grandmother bought Jack Lambert a sweater once because she thought he was homeless.
Because his teeth were knocked out.
Because his teeth were knocked out and she thought he was homeless.
Yeah.
Best linebacker.
With the hearts.
It happens.
Yeah, she went to Hearts and put it on charge because she thought Jack Lambert was homeless. I forgot all about that until you brought it up.
We were continuing our buzz because there was so much of it. Joe Jackson, 88 years old.
No.
He's on his deathbed.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
No more stepping out.
Oh.
Yeah. And it is that Joe, right? Joe Jackson, the patriarch of the Jacksons.
Well, the only other one's Shoeless Joe Jackson.
Well, it could be a different Joe.
Beat me to it, because that's what I was going to say. Was it Shoeless Joe? Because he's been gone for a while.
I was going to say.
Shoeless Joe Jackson would be 190.
The blacks. He came out of the cornfield to Kevin Costner. That's how old he is.
This is all according to the Daily Mail. Even his last days are not without controversy. The Jackson patriarch suffered from an undisclosed terminal illness, or suffering from that, has been at the center of a bizarre argument over access to him by family members. Well, Joe has been ailing for months, but took a turn for the worse in the past week. But as his famous family clamored to be by the bedside of the father of 11, Joe's handlers, which makes him sound like an animal, allegedly,
he did a lot of handling.
Well, they allegedly barred.
Go ahead.
Okay, I'll let you talk.
No, go ahead.
Joe's handlers allegedly barred senior family members from visiting him, including his wife and daughter, Rebby. No, for 4 days, his sons and daughters were locked in heated discussions, unsure what was going on and pleading to see him. Following an emergency Jackson family meeting and desperate pleas to Joe's manager, Charles Coupe, family members were finally granted access to him Tuesday night.
That is Jermaine, unavailable for comment.
Actually, that's where all this came from, was Jermaine. He's the one that has released the story.
Joe's brother Tito.
I just don't understand.
I thought Tito was Jermaine and Michael's
They're all Jackson.
brother. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it'd be his son.
I have to, you got to figure, you had one reasonably talented family. I mean, more so, you had more talent in one family than most people will ever have in one
Their
family.
entire tree.
And so, Janet. If Janet was the star of this whole family, you'd go, wow, that is unbelievable. But the iconic king of pop, think of him what you will.
Right.
He still was the king of pop. I hate the way that I hate what we know about him now. I do. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it for the victims, and I hate it for us who grew up with him being the king of pop.
Yeah.
However, do you think it's weird that the guy who was probably the most heinous, abusive father in the history of parental entertainment?
He was, yeah.
I mean, you can't get near his bedside. Who would want to go?
Yeah.
Who would want to go? The guy's a piece of crap.
And I don't want to say that it makes everything all right. It doesn't, by any stretch of the imagination. But you can at least get a little bit of empathy for Michael Jackson if you know more about this guy.
Yeah, he's a piece of crap.
Yeah. This
and
guy
I don't care
here.
if he's on his deathbed and I'm saying something bad about him. The guy was a piece of crap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no doubt.
Well, people are trying to get in on that. Meanwhile, Robert just sent, isn't Joe Jackson playing at the Meadows soon?
He's thinking about
different?
80s Joe Jackson.
He's thinking of what?
80s Joe Jackson.
The guy that did Steppin' Out.
Right.
See, I knew it wasn't the same guy.
Well, you didn't think that guy was the same guy who fathered all the Jackson children, do you?
I didn't think so, but you said it was at the beginning of this segment.
You are an absolute delight.
We went on.
But that's what you said. Damn it, Dave. I can't believe anything you say. God.
You thought that.
He
said it.
Joe Jackson's laying on his deathbed right now going, is she really going out with him?
Not only that, do you think Joe Jackson of the Jackson family is playing the Meadows? I mean, the Meadows is having great concerts, but I don't think they're going to get nearly Crypt Keeper Joe Jackson to perform at the Meadows.
Every one of them.
You guys are making fun of me for no reason.
Every one of them's going to be shoeless pretty soon.
You know what I'm going to do, Dave? I'm going to take your shoe and I'm going to hit you over the head with it. What I'm saying was that's what Robert was saying, was that, wait, isn't Joe Jackson playing? And then he was like, oh, it's different. And you're the one, Dave, that said it was the same Joe Jackson of Stepping Out fame. So don't say that I just made that up in my head. You said it. Rewind the tape.
Is LaToya opening the show?
I hate you both.
I only have 3 words for you. Field of Dreams.
You know where I'm going to put your Field of Dreams?
Say it ain't so, Joe.
Right next to the balls on the bases.
Ain't the first time I've been accused of having foul balls. I'll tell you that.
I'm moving on.
Steve Raker.
Paul McCartney has unveiled the title and release date of his long-awaited studio album. As the recent video posted on his Twitter feed suggested, McCartney's album is called Egypt Station.
Why wouldn't it be?
It's going to hit retailers September 7th in multiple formats.
Got to tell you, Paul ain't got much of a voice left.
Did you see the other night, I think it was last weekend, he was at his nephew's wedding, and he just grabbed the mic and started singing.
Yep.
Could you imagine that? Uncle Paul is here, and then all of a sudden over in the corner he just starts singing Wings songs or Beatles songs.
Hell yeah.
That would be amazing.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
That would be the coolest thing in the
that'd be
world.
pretty cool.
Yeah, I think so.
Meanwhile, Scott Baio's sexual assault case has officially been dismissed.
I would rather talk about Joe Jackson.
No, because y'all lie, and I'm never believing anything Dave ever says ever again.
Y'all lie.
Ever
Y'all
again. Lies. Tommy Lee, speaking of weddings, is getting married on Valentine's Day next year, and he wants everyone to feel the love, even his estranged son, Brandon.
He won't be alive by
he
then.
still wants at his wedding, and you may be right. He looks rough. Sources close to Tommy tell us he's planning on sending an invite to his eldest despite their drama over Father's Day. You know, Tommy called his sons peepholes and said they didn't value things. Then Brandon called Tommy an absentee father, and it was just really a love fest.
Yeah.
Either way.
That reminds me, I forgot to tell you guys something yesterday because we didn't get to talk to each other on the radio.
Okay.
My sister sent me a Facebook message for my birthday.
Oh,
I didn't read it.
wait. Not even out of curiosity, or because she'll see that you read it?
I have zero curiosity.
So-
It started out with the first words were, if you guys are just joining us, me and my sister, we're not cool. We got
They
bad
got
blood.
bad blood, yeah.
And so I had a high hatter at a party, family party last weekend, and I just I swerved it. Like, I wasn't rude, but I just swerved talking to her, and I made it a point that I would not. I don't know what this message says, but it started out with, "Happy birthday, I hope the universe," and that's all I can read because that's it. So I don't know if it's an attempt to make up or an attempt to be nice or look at me, I was the bigger here's what it is to my sister. I was the bigger person and he didn't even read it.
Yeah.
So I will give her that satisfaction.
Okay. Well,
Interesting.
it could be two ways. It could be I hope the universe, and then when you click on it, falls on you.
No,
Yeah.
maybe.
Or something. But on the other end, it could be somebody doing a little bit of future estate planning too, because this is if it's on the upside, it's two. Count them, 2 attempts.
I will burn the bridge and the village.
Brandon asked any news on a new Tool album release yet. It looks like 7 months outside of May.
It ain't happening.
That's what, according to Tool, 7
Yeah.
months outside of
Yeah,
May.
according to Tool, it was 7 years ago.
So, I'm with you.
Yep.
Okay, celebrity birthdays.
Fly through them.
We've got Prince William, Duke of Cambridge.
Oh, Prince William, Duke of Cambridge, 5.
It's 35.
He's 36. How about Chris Pratt?
Chris Pratt, funny guy.
So adorable. Like, really, yeah, he's cute, but the fact that he's hilarious, like in Guardians of the Galaxy, I just love the characters he plays.
34.
39.
39 is correct. How about Maggie Siff?
I don't know who she is. 71.
Mad Men, Sons of Anarchy.
Less than 71.
Who did she play on Mad Men?
I don't know.
I can't remember. I don't know them from the
37.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah, pick one. 44. How about Juliette Lewis?
Weird chick.
Ooh, yeah, she has a band, though.
Yeah, I don't think she's attractive at all.
No, 45. I know a guy that plays in the band.
I'll go 47.
45. Yeah, Juliette and the Licks. Jim Brewer.
48.
51.
51. Dave, you're killing it. How about Joey Kramer?
Joey God. Joey
Drummer
Kramer's
of
got to be
Aerosmith.
64.
67.
68. Meredith Baxter. No longer Bernie.
No, she dropped the burn.
Girl, I heard you're getting married.
72.
80.
71.
Oh, man, she looks 80.
Michael Gross.
Speaking of gross.
76.
Mr. Keaton.
77.
71. They were
Wow.
literally born on the same day.
That's crazy.
And finally, Ray Davies of the Kinks.
Oh, Ray.
You really got me,
Say hey, Ray.
Ray.
Ray would probably be... would he be 72 maybe? I mean, he's not that old.
I'm going to say, well, he's up around McCartney area.
And by the way, he does pronounce his name Davis, not Davies.
Yeah, I know Davies, but we all call him that because
Yeah.
we're
Yeah.
Americans. 76.
I don't think he's that old. 74.
74 is correct. You guys are good.
All right, we'll be back with more. It's better than your morning show. Welcome back.
I'm going to stab you, old
I was going
man.
to say the stabbing's apparent.
Hey.
It's 11 minutes after 9. It's better than your morning show on a wet Thursday. Things to give away this hour. You got chances to win tickets to go to our Blackout the Ballpark game, which is coming up next Thursday. It is a week from tonight. It is home opener night for the Black Bears. Could use a big win, and I hate those damn State College
your
spikes.
favorite team, huh?
I hate them.
From
I hate 'em.
Paterno Land.
Yeah, I watched that Paterno movie. It is terrible
Is
on
it
HBO
bad?
Go. Yes, it's awful. It is an awful. It just doesn't make any sense. It's like a quarter of the story. It's really dumb. And also, we've got Blackberry Smoke tickets to give away this hour. Blackberry Smoke coming to the Met Theater. I do believe it's the first visit for Blackberry Smoke to Morgantown. That is on the 22nd of August. We have your tickets. Win them before you can buy them.
I don't know if they've even been to West Virginia.
Yeah, but
I think they have played the theater in Charleston, that very nice theater that they have in Charleston. The name just escapes me at the moment, but it wasn't the Civic
The
Center.
cultural
The
arts
Cultural Trust.
Thing.
hey,
It's really nice.
It's a cultural arts thing.
this theater right here, I tell you what. When
It's
you're going,
historic.
You know it. Bob Hope played that theater.
That's amazing. I mean,
Glenn Miller Orchestra in their prime.
You know what's funny is that yesterday when I was at Goodwill, there are 2 Bob Hope books there, and they were the same one.
Were they $1.99, and did you buy one of them?
They're only 50 cents, but I know these were hardback. They were $1, and I did not buy either of them. I told you I bought the 1001 potluck recipes.
Bob Hope's crock pot recipes is what one of them
I can't
was.
remember what the name of it was weird. So we got the World Cup going on, and although, football.
Well, football.
It's football.
The U.S. is not in the World Cup.
And we're not in it, but hey, that doesn't stop us from talking about the interesting things that go on around the World Cup.
It's a lot like the Olympics in many ways.
Yes, it is.
Yes, Cristiano Ronaldo. You've
right.
heard of him. Now,
Sure.
he got that bust made of him at like an airport somewhere, and it was a horrible, horrible bust. It did not look like anything like him. They
Looked
did
like Greg Brady.
Yeah.
I saw it.
Well, Greg Brady, like in the middle of Mrs. Brady. Like,
Oh my!
yeah, like it was a weird face.
Like, did you like Cohagen and Total Recall inside, or like Brady's?
like in the middle of doing it.
Brady does Brunswick.
Yes.
like that's what more like that.
Yeah.
That's what made Florence Henderson's hair flip.
Oh, jeez. Well, Cristiano, just a story about how he's just an amazing athlete. He was actually his former teammate, Manchester United teammate, Patrice Evra. He was telling the story about how Ronaldo was beaten by Rio Ferdinand, another one of their teammates, at table tennis, ping pong.
Okay.
He was so mad that he got his cousin. How mad was he?
How mad was he? I was there.
Got his cousin to buy him a ping pong table so he could train, and he trained for the next 2 weeks. So that he could come back and beat him, because all his friends laughed at him,
Good.
all his teammates, and he's like, nope, not going out like that.
He's got the dough.
Yeah.
He does, yes.
And I like that about any athlete. You're that competitive.
Yes,
Yeah.
that competitive. I don't care if it's ping pong, I'm going to beat you.
Sure.
Meanwhile, the last time Sweden won a World Cup game, Crash won the Academy Award for Best Picture. Enron was on trial. Britney Spears and Kevin Federline were in the midst of a divorce.
Poor K-Fed.
12 years, okay? 12 years ago. Well, that slump ended earlier this week thanks to the foot of Captain Andreas Grankvist. That's how you
Which is
pronounce
the
that.
name of the new Tool album.
Grankvist.
Grankfist. It's not quite breakfast. It's Grankfist.
So the Swedish fans that were there, they were all in this little town called Nizhny Novgorod.
Okay. Sounds pretty good.
nailed it.
Nailed it in
Yeah.
Russia.
I've been to Nizhny World.
They drank the entire town dry after the win.
That's hard to do in Russia.
Yeah,
'cause
it
they're
is.
Yeah.
drunk.
Like,
Vodka.
literally every watering hole was out of alcohol. That's how drunk they got.
They got more vodka and water there. They really do.
That's actually very accurate.
Yeah.
That's true. Meanwhile, I came across this headline. Guy asks his girlfriend to text him World Cup updates. She went above and beyond.
She write the scores on her boobs.
It's a good question.
Wow.
It was 0-0 the whole time.
Marry her.
Yeah. So this is where it goes. And I'm talking like this is like minute by minute. And a yellow card for the England player. The player with the yellow card looks sheepish. We're 34 minutes in, and everyone's hair is still holding up well. Tunisia score. Free kick for England. This time, an English man received a light tap and fell down violently. There was a huge missed opportunity there for England. A Tunisian man is on the flow. It actually says Flooe. Looks like he got hit in the hair. The referee is uninterested. The man with the injured hair is not pleased.
You know,
It just goes on and on.
That's breakup time for me right there is when I start getting that.
Well, I think she's better than the commentators. I
Well,
think I'd
yeah.
rather hear her comment.
You know, we haven't picked a team for the World Cup yet, you know.
No.
I don't even know who's in it.
Well, we can go by
Everybody but Usa.
we can go by
Really?
yesterday's round one winners. We can pick one out of those.
Okay.
Let's see. Okay, well, Russia is on the second round.
Not that I believe any of
Senegal
what
got
you're
by
saying.
Poland earlier this week. Should we go for Senegal?
Is Trinidad Tobago available?
They're not there. I looked. Japan's still in it, and
Japan is not going to win at soccer.
No.
Yeah.
Ever.
I think we either go for Saudi Arabia or maybe Senegal. I'm not sure. Uruguay's in it.
I feel good about Uruguay.
Yeah.
Oh, wait a minute. Uruguay. Yes.
I want anyone from South America.
Uruguay topped Saudi Arabia yesterday 1-0, and Portugal got by Morocco. So
No.
let's go with Uruguay. Why
You know
not?
what? I may have to go Portugal. I've been to Lisbon.
You've been to Lisbon?
Yes, I've been to Portugal.
I saw the top 10 Lisbon weddings yesterday.
Yes.
Oh, yeah?
Well, that's kind of why
I thought that's what you typed, or you typed in lesbian. You just spelled it
I was
wrong.
looking for a
Yeah.
Portugal travelogue. I ended up with Meredith Baxter Burney's wedding.
brutal.
Yeah, it was, yeah. Yeah, but
Jeez. And then meanwhile, baseball. Get a little wet.
Oh, man, yesterday, luckily for the Pirates, they couldn't lose, so that's good because
Yeah.
they didn't play.
yeah, they ended up splitting that series with Milwaukee because they didn't have to play the third game.
Yeah, rubber match suspended because, the tunnels leading down through the dugouts were flooded. I'm not lying. The whole ballpark basement essentially was flooded yesterday. Luckily, fans still keep paying to go to those games, so Bob Nutting can afford to clean up that restoration. But seriously,
Suckers.
seriously, you're all suckers.
Yeah.
You're all suckers if you've paid for a ticket. I, of course, have taken advantage of the system one time this year.
Yes.
And I will do so
But
again.
you were
I'm
on
sure.
the comp.
I was total comp. Not only
Yeah.
that, I didn't even pay to Parks of the City of Pittsburgh. Didn't get my baseball money.
I'm
Yes.
surprised that Bob Nutting is so cheap. I'm surprised he hasn't distributed a call for them to break out. You know, all you Pirate fans, just show up with a bucket and we'll give you 10% off your next ticket purchase.
Well,
or something, you know?
I'm surprised didn't make the team drain it.
Yeah.
Hey, you guys, middle relievers, you guys stink. So go out, rent a Roto-Rooter and get this water the hell out of here. I wouldn't be surprised if he did that.
Get you dry vac.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, I could go on for hours about how much I hate Bob Nutting, but
Yeah.
that's why they didn't play the Pirate game yesterday. It wasn't. There was some pretty terrible rains. We had some pretty terrible ones here too, but
Yeah, man, it poured.
Well-
I was driving in Preston County when that came down.
And a lot of power outages down to the south of us, down in Harrison County and stuff, too.
It was so bad that as I was driving on, because I'm on Route 7, and it's just, like, as you're driving along Route 7, there's trees all over the place where you can see they've cut them out. And I was just waiting at any moment for a tree to fall on my car. So I positioned myself.
How often do you wait for houses to fall on you while you're wearing striped socks? Just wondered. Asking for a friend.
I don't wear striped socks because of that reason.
Okay,
Thank you
I just
very
wondered.
much.
And will
Just
their
wondered.
toes curl?
No, I'm just saying, as I'm driving, I positioned myself so that in the event a tree fell on my car, I could just slide right down and it would miss my head.
That
Listen,
should work.
If you prepare for every situation, then you're
Spend
not
your-
surprised.
Yeah, if you prepare for every situation, you spend your whole life afraid.
No, but it's not that I'm
I
afraid.
welcome the tree.
I am prepared for it.
After my exciting 41st birthday, I'm like, that tree's going to fall on me.
Yeah, see, yeah.
I could step left, but why?
I'm
But why?
But why?
I'm kind of like there where she is, but only in specific scenarios. If I'm taking a stroll down River Road these days, I'm thinking things
I don't
like
think you
that.
can't
Right?
even drive down River Road, can you?
No.
No,
No, I wouldn't suggest
localized
it.
Or no, just localized traffic. That's it. And,
Yeah.
man, if you saw what I saw in the last time that I saw some pictures of that area.
Oh yeah, it's
my-
bad. There's not
oh.
even a road half the place.
You can still get to the puppies over there, right?
Yes,
you can still get to the
Yeah.
puppies.
localized
yes.
traffic and get through there. Yeah, to the Canine Adoption Center.
Yeah.
Yes.
Go get yourself a puppy.
love
So,
to.
how about you get yourself some baseball tickets?
Yeah, we would love to send you to Blackout the Ballpark. This is kind of a big deal because it's tickets inside of some ultimate tickets to go to
Yeah.
Metallica. We're going to black out the ballpark coming up next Thursday night. Not this Thursday. That is tonight. That we do have tickets to tonight. If you want to go, let us know. But these are tickets for Blackout the Ballpark. Brought to you by Julius Pepperoni Rolls, Jan Care, Vision Homes, Valley Worlds of Fun, Universities, and Fairmont Federal Credit Union. We're going to give you a Black Out the Ballpark t-shirt. First 500 people to sign up. We got tickets to some of the best concerts coming to KeyBank Pavilion this summer, and ultimately, someone will make that October pilgrimage to the PPG Paints Arena and see the mighty Metallica. Yeah, you get baseball
That's
tickets, could win other concert tickets, could win Metallica tickets. That's tickets inside of tickets inside of tickets.
That's
it's
America.
like human centipede of tickets.
That is
Yeah.
America. The three things they say: baseball, hot dogs, and Metallica.
Yeah, seriously. I mean, that's basically what America was founded on.
Yeah.
At least Big Rick's America. Let's do that. We're going to torture you, though. I'm sure that we all have to play a game because that's who Alex is and that's what she cares about. So
Yes.
you will have to play a game. And since these tickets are so sought after, like phones blowing up,
You going to make them actually have to match?
you're going to have to win. You got to win for real. I'm playing for keeps.
Playing for keeps, all right?
922, it's better than your morning show on CLG.
Right? He's like, I'm taking it. I think he's just talking trash because, that's what we like to do. Everybody likes to talk trash on this. You love to talk trash.
I do not.
You do? I think it comes from your love of wrestling.
I would have to say,
It
if
is.
I had to figure out why I am the way I am, I could point to the fact that my father was who he was, and then the fact that I'm pretty sure I learned how to talk trash from Ric Flair and Roddy Piper.
Yeah.
Well, I tell you what, since we're talking about wrestling, and we didn't get a winner, and we're insisting on actually getting a real winner.
I want a real winner.
We're not, no participation trophies here.
These are too legit to quit.
Here is what we're going to do. Let's do it on Facebook, since we can't take live calls because everybody has potty mouths, including us.
You're all very bad people.
Yeah, it's hard enough for us not to say anything.
Uh-huh.
So what we'll do is, if hopefully you guys have liked our page on Facebook, it's Better Than Your Morning Show. If you've not, please do so now. There is a little button that says Message Now. Get ready. Pull it up. Get it in the queue in your phone. Pull over to the side of the road if you have to. Pull it up on your computer,
Yeah.
whatever you have to do.
Don't do this while driving. Yeah. Good point.
Yes, I thought so.
Yes.
And I'm going to throw out a Family Feud question. Send in your answers. And whoever has the highest ranked answer,
Okay.
the quickest, will win the 4-pack.
So you're going to be the highest and the quickest,
Highest and the quickest. All right?
which is a great Western.
Usain Bolt. He's high and quick.
He is, yes. And Josh, yes, Van Vader did die. We actually talked about that in the Buzz.
Which one of us gets to say, survey says...
I don't know. Dave and I are also going to play after you get a correct answer.
Okay. All right. I'm trying to find a good one here. Okay. No, we're not going to do
This
that
is
one.
all through Facebook, too. So if you don't like our Facebook page, it's at It's Better Than Your Morning Show. Go over to the Facebook page if you don't already like it. And here's what you can do. You can message us the answer that you think is the highest ranked. It's just like Family Feud. So survey says, and you're looking for the number one answer. If you're the first person with the number one answer and you want to go to the Blackout the Ballpark game next Thursday to win those Metallica tickets and other rock and roll tickets. If you don't want to go to the baseball game and you don't want to win, let someone else. There's other things coming to win. But this is if you really want to go to the baseball game, because a lot of people really want to go to the game and win Metallica tickets. So don't take them and be a jerk and not show up.
That's right.
Yes.
That's right.
I like that. Okay, so here we go. Name a bad job for someone who is accident prone.
Oh, we can't say our answers yet.
Yeah, you can't. Yeah, that's why
I
I
know,
was
I
going
just-
to
I
call
was
you.
just
I know
messing with
you were so excited.
Sandbagging.
Name a bad job for someone who is accident prone. Oh boy, it is flying. Look at that. You guys listen. I love it.
So we'll see who came up with the number
Wow.
one answer.
There's some great answers here. My phone is, and some of these are pretty hilarious. Well, I'll read you the funny ones that are not it.
Porn star had to be. Somebody had to say porn star.
No, not yet. But wow. Okay, where was this one? Because I got it lost now. Yeah, Jeff said porta potty cleaner.
That would be a bad one. Yucky. Yucky.
There's some good answers here, though. I am looking for a certain one here. Yeah, Jerry's asking, why is Rick coming into work at 7? It's only for this week, and it's because he's also doing Ashley's afternoon.
Yes, it's a long day. It's a long day.
So, yeah, it's a long day, and instead of leaving us to flounder by ourselves, he's kind enough to say, well, you know what, I'll come in for a couple hours, go home, take a nap, and then not so bad.
Your
Got a
name
lot
is
of great
Flounder.
answers here.
You
So,
still don't have the number one answer?
well, they're coming in so fast, I really didn't think this out.
Jeez, that's shocking that this show didn't think
And
so.
now we find out.
Okay, so surgeon is a popular answer.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would
It's one
be
thing you
bad.
don't want to hear when you're on the table is oops.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was actually the number 7.
Okay, I'll tell you what. Here, I'll
Seventh
see if
answer.
I can. I'll see if I can help you. I don't know what we're looking for.
I know, you have no idea. Did you guys write down yours?
Yeah, I did.
I
got
know.
mine.
I know what I just.
Okay, well, why
hold
don't you reveal yours? What did you say, Rick?
I thought construction worker.
Construction worker is definitely, that is actually number 2. That is the number 2
Oh, okay.
answer. 20 people in the survey said construction. It was a bad job for someone who's accident
Somebody
prone.
wrote radio host.
That is true.
It is.
Especially around here. What'd you have, Dave?
I had window cleaner.
Window cleaner, yes. That would be a number 6.
Oh, okay.
Window washer.
At least that's in the ballpark.
7 of those.
Looks like Rich said that as well.
Let's see. Okay, so Sean said painter.
Uh-huh.
And that wouldn't be a bad one. That is true.
And-
Accident, because if you're up like painting a house,
Yeah, but
not
when
a great place.
Yeah, you go off a scaffold, it's no fun at all, especially when you got paint following you,
Right.
you know?
All right.
Someone's afraid to be a mailman. Grew up in Clairton, you'd be sure as hell be afraid to be a mailman.
I tell you, the one to me, it was a double whammy, and it happened last week. Raccoon Caesar.
Oh.
How would you like to have been the guy that went up and got that
I know,
damn
got
raccoon?
that rabid
Oh.
raccoon. Megan said janitor. Tony said stuntman.
Yeah.
Boyd said carpenter. Toilet cleaner, electrician.
You have
lot
not
of
found
good
the
ones.
number one answer.
Not yet. Nurse is on here. China store. It just says China store.
Chinese store.
There's another surgeon. Tree cutter.
Truck driver,
Yeah. Sword swallower at a circus.
not a good job.
I like
Yeah.
that one, though. Professional juggler, a waitress. Okay,
Pilot?
number 4 is food service.
Okay.
Okay.
There's a pilot.
Pilot would be a good one. It's not in the survey. Butcher. True, because you've got a lot of knives.
I had
Yeah.
an Uncle Pork Chop when I was a kid. He didn't sell meat, though. It was really weird.
Yeah, great name, though.
Someone who handles explosives.
Yeah, that's kind of a
No,
bad
here's the
thing,
funny
yeah.
part is I swear I saw the answer, and I think whoever it was wrote in again. Here's the thing, people. I'm only looking at one area here, so I can't
Just
go.
for the love of God, give us the answer.
Yeah.
Okay.
Jackson Family Counselor.
Yeah, good one. Good one.
I think the person, I'm trying to find a tightrope walker. I like that one.
Yeah.
Okay, I would say the first person that got that might have been.
See, that's to me about tightrope walker. Either you're good or you're dead.
Yeah, that's true.
You know?
That
Yeah.
is true.
That's true. I think Rich. Rich got it. Rich Thomas. The answer, the number one answer, worst job to have if you're accident prone, driver.
Oh, yeah.
A driver.
You were so anticlimactic on that.
How was it? I thought it was pretty good.
Driver.
A driver.
It's driver.
Okay, you want to try it again?
Well, no, I mean we said if he
People
was
just-
if he was the first person to write that, he should win the tickets.
He was, but the thing is that my phone's blowing up because everybody keeps, which is great. I think it's a great response. But the problem is I'm trying to scroll and then more keep coming in and then it scrolls back to the beginning again. So it's a
Oh,
lot.
hashtag first world problems. Grow up.
Seriously,
I
a
just
lot of work here.
feel bad for the listeners who tuned in late and thought you were having sex there a moment again. You know, that was so anticlimactic. You want to try it again?
And I'm spent.
Jeez, that was quick.
Talk about your family feud. There
Well,
it is.
Jason said police officer. That was number 3. So what did we have? So number 7, surgeon, window washer, glassmaker.
Yeah, that's a nasty
Yeah,
job.
At number 5.
Fenton Glass in Williamstown. It's no longer open, but what's his name? Did a dirty jobs there.
Oh.
Oh,
What the
yeah.
hell's his name?
Mike.
Sure,
Mike.
Mike.
His name's
yeah,
Mike.
our boy Mike.
The window mic.
Window Mike. Yeah, Window
God,
Mike
what
did
is
it.
his name?
Mike Rowe.
Mike Rowe, yeah.
Mike Rowe,
I knew-
yeah,
I
yeah.
knew it was a one
He
syllable.
worked with your Uncle Pork Chop, right?
My Uncle
So-
Pork Chop was a gangster
Yeah.
who did not sell meat but had a butcher shop. It was very odd because it was never open, the lights were never on, and never a truck delivered, but yet there were always people there.
I know an Italian restaurant like that.
Michael said gynecologist.
I love
Man,
it.
that could be some scary thing.
Yeah.
Damn nature, you scary.
See, I love it because he's full on serious because he's Uncle Pork Chop. Because if he's like, fumbly, tumbly, lovable kind of guy, he's like Poke Chop.
He weighed 480 pounds and was 4'8". I'm pretty sure he just cut people up. I'm pretty sure. I mean, honestly, when I look back at it as an adult, I'm pretty sure that's what he did. And
Poke Chop.
whatever. I mean, he was
Yeah.
nice to me.
Oh, that's all that matters.
Yeah, really.
really.
Yeah, I was never cut up into bits. So
Yeah, that's
good for me.
Although it sounds like he was quite capable of it.
Yeah, Uncle Pork Chop is a real thing. I can't lie. It really was. Okay, so we're writing his name down as the winner, correct?
Yeah,
'Cause
yeah,
that was
and I just texted
let's
him.
never, ever do that again.
Well, you know what? It was a lot. It was a great response.
It was a great response.
I just don't think I expected that much response all at once. I did prep people and tell
Really
them to have
giving
it
away
up.
something for free on the radio you never expected people to respond. That's unbelievable.
I'm speechless. I am really.
Listen, I can't believe anything. Liar McGee over here.
Liar McGee. Just because you confused.
Is it because he was Irish you called him McGee?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, I
Hey,
just wondered-
wait a minute.
No,
I got
like
a
you called
lawsuit.
me Allie McStewbum last. You just you put Mick in front of it.
Well, you brought in
Allie
a little nip out of some bum's bottle.
I never drank it either, and in fact, I offered it this morning, didn't I,
Christian,
Dave?
you thought-
During the swap meet.
Yeah, down at the swap meet, she goes like, "Hey, you want a drink with that smoke?"
Do you think do they pick up beers too? Like,
Oh,
I don't
God.
know how.
Oh hell yeah!
Do you think they pick up beers?
They pick up beers, they pick up cigarette
Yes.
butts, they pick up women, they pick up everything down there. Believe
I don't know if they pick up women. They may try
me.
to pick up women.
You've not seen the women they pick up.
I'm not gonna lie. When I woke up this morning,
Emaciated Sam Elliott's kind of a stud, by the way.
well, I woke up this morning, and I'll be honest with you, I was like, it's first day of summer.
Yeah.
It's kind of crappy outside. My birthday was yesterday. Not that I care, because I'm not like a big birthday guy
Yeah.
anyway, but it was really anticlimactic. I worked for like 12 hours. I ate pizza, ate 2 cupcakes, and I went to bed. Like, there was nothing about it that you go, you know who lives it up on his birthday? Rick. Like, nobody really even knew. I mean, you guys wish me happy birthday, but other than that, it wasn't a thing. I didn't have a hat.
Okay.
There was no party. There was no cake.
I think he lived it up. 4 cupcakes, had 2.
We actually did have
It's a
cake,
winner.
Yeah.
but it was after you left.
Yeah, well, I figured you celebrated me leaving, I'm assuming. But then
I used to.
Her and emaciated Sam Elliott.
Yeah, we ate
down
a
there.
cake in the back alley. You know what I used to do is because we used to have cake all the time at the hospital, right? Because they're doctors, they can afford cake, right? So we had cake money. So we'd have cake anytime it was somebody's birthday.
Mm-hmm.
So anytime it was somebody's birthday that had graduated and moved on, they're somewhere in Illinois, they're in Chicago working now. I'd put on their Facebook page, "Hey, happy birthday! We got you cake. I hope you don't mind if we ate it without you," just to pretend that we got you
sure,
cake.
why not? It was the first time ever, though, I did not have a birthday cake.
Let me tell you about my favorite.
Okay, just real quick. Are we still talking about this?
Well, I had a point, but you interrupted with your story.
Because you wanted cake.
Well, no. I mean, it's weird that I didn't have. It was the first time I ever didn't have somebody make me a birthday cake or get a birthday cake. But this morning I was driving down High Street on my way here, and I saw a guy sleeping on the steps of the church, and he was half laying over a step, and the other half was he was eventually going to roll off. And I thought to myself, even though my birthday kind of sucked, I bet it's that guy's birthday, and his birthday's way worse than my birthday.
See, way
It was
worse.
actually a happy story I was telling about a bum who's sleeping on the steps of a church, and you turned it into something terrible.
No, I
Yeah.
think
You
you're,
turned it against me.
I think you're trying to get cake.
You made it.
No, it really wasn't. I was actually glad it wasn't that guy.
No, I mean it's cool if you do because I love a piece. So if anybody wants to,
trust me, I tell you what, if somebody shows up with a cake, you get none.
You were
What?
trying to make it.
why not? I'm helping you now. I'm a cake wing woman.
See, you were making it a walk a
into it
mile
for
in my
yourself.
shoes kind of a birthday.
No,
I might
he's
not be
not.
having the best of birthdays.
Yeah.
No, he's
but,
turning around.
Oh, see that?
I don't believe anything you guys say anymore.
I tell you what, I'll tell you a birthday cake story because we always on our luncheons at the senior center always went over to there was a grocery store across the street that we provided us with
Yeah,
free
but
cakes.
for old people, you had to get cake because it always
It might have
could
been
be
their last
one.
Yeah.
Well, this is what made it so special. We forgot to order in the day before, and we ran over there, and I finally got a hold of the manager, and he goes like, we can take whatever you got there, and they only had one birthday-style cake, and it had a horseshoe on it that said, good luck.
Oh, that's perfect. Question, Dave, do they still think you work there?
I hope not.
Okay. I will.
wanted you to go get a
Yes, I will drive you there, and we'll go get you. Okay, you just walk in and just be like, "Hey, it's Edith, 90."
Okay, well, get the visual on 3 90-year-old people standing around.
You're a cake tramp.
It actually happened.
I love cake. What do you
are
want
a
me to
cake
do?
tramp.
I love cake. By the way, somebody lost their jacket in the
Oh, I saw
alley. Did you
that.
see it?
I
Was
thought
it
it was
still
a-
there when you came
Oh, by the
through?
way, why did I have to ride 2 sawhorses to get up the alley? Because
That is an excellent question. I think somebody was messing with the city by moving those because those are from Public Works and they are over or supposed to be at the top of Wall Street Alley.
they just
because there's
moved
like
them.
an open
a divot.
Yeah, like a really big
See,
hole.
both of you missed it. Look, what you're talking about is right up there, and then the coat's down right at the other end, right?
Yeah.
Both of you missed the chalk outline in between them.
Yeah, I
Well,
missed
the
that.
water
Yeah.
must have washed it away.
Yeah.
I just had a great idea though. Well, somebody wrote in that we should, Tony wrote in that we should do a Facebook photo album of celebrity bums of Morgantown.
No.
I am taking it a step further with those sawhorses. Why not do a bum Olympics?
The Bum Olympics does not sound like a good idea.
No, we could have them hurdle.
Hobo Hurdles is actually the first event
Yes. Oh, Casey says not anymore.
in the Bum Biathlon.
And the grand prize would be that wonderful horseshoe birthday cake.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be perfect.
Casey, our lovely bearded man that takes care of the streets,
He's our favorite.
says
our man
everything's
on the
gone.
streets.
Oh, that stinks. Hey, let's give away something to somebody the old traditional, old-fashioned way.
Family Feud?
Call and win. Fine, whatever you want to do is fine. I don't care. Just whatever mercifully puts this to an end. 304-284-ROCK. 304-284-ROCK is the phone number. We want to give you tickets to go see Blackberry Smoke at the Met. I cannot rave about this band enough. If you don't know, now you know. You want to see this. It's coming up August 22nd. You actually will have tickets in your name before you can buy them. They go on sale tomorrow morning at DruskyEntertainment.com, but we got them for you right now. You do have to legitimately win this, though.
Yeah.
Grand prize for Bum Olympics, Christian Brothers bottle.
Of course,
absolutely.
Yes.
With one nip.
We
Just
have one. It's
little nip.
bronzed.
Yeah.
We'll be back.